because that's Tom. So he told me to get my thoughts. So I learned what sus was.
You talked to him in the bathroom while you guys were both peeing?
Yeah, he didn't. He don't dig that.
This is great. I love what you've done with your career.
Thank you.
This is a thrilling use of a medical degree.
Thank you. Welcome to Dr. Drew After Dark. Please be advised that Dr. Drew After Dark may contain sexually oriented content and be unsuitable for young children. Hey everybody, welcome to Dr. After Dark. We appreciate you being here and supporting the people that support us, and keep coming back, my friends. We love doing this. 818-253-1693 is where you can send your voice messages. And, of course, the email is at drdrafterdark@gmail.com. The guest today, Francis Ellis, comedian, actor, writer. Lots to talk about.
I'm happy to be here, Drew. Thank you very much.
You almost didn't make it, but you powered through.
I did. Oh, well, I had to hoof it. I made the mistake of taking a bird scooter over here, and it died on me. And boy, oh boy, walking through this area really teaches you a lot about Austin.
Yeah, so. All the times that Nadav has been on a scooter and had to run. How many times has that been, Nadav?
That I've had to run on a scooter.
Never.
I've shit on a scooter.
You've shit on a scooter?
Mm-hmm.
Care to elaborate?
Yeah, I was riding a scooter, and then I coughed, and then I shit. I think I was getting into keto at the time.
Blame the keto.
Got away from
Did you not have pants on?
I don't understand how that
Did you
matters.
shit into your underwear, or did you shit on the scooter?
It was a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B.
So it went down the leg a bit.
Oh. No, it was one of those sit-down scooters. The one that
two speakers. Okay.
So
it's through and through.
Yeah, it was just right through the pants and then onto the seat a little bit.
Yeah, that's the old I thought I was going to fart shart maneuver, right?
Right, yeah, and then it was just a full shit.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. My friend sends me a text every year on the date that it happened. It's been 3 anniversaries so far.
So I'd like to celebrate with you guys from now on. Annie, you okay with this? Is you dissociating? Are you okay with this?
Oh, am I okay? Yeah, no, I mean, we've all had one of those, right?
Not you. Not you. Not Mr.
Had one.
Really?
I definitely had one. Yeah, I thought I already told this one. Yeah, I was on a date. And I just never talked to her again. Yep, just ran away. Didn't deal with it.
I thought you had an anus of steel.
I know. So did I. And I was pissing. I was. You know what it was? It was because I was too calm because we were in a convention
center.
Center, and so.
Classic date spot.
Yeah, I know. We all think CTI or want to check out the New York Auto Show.
We were at a fucking cookie festival.
Oh,
yeah,
cookie festival.
Any chance you need your vaccine booster? Easier access over at the convention center.
But I had to piss. I had to piss, and we were at the stupid cookie thing, and I didn't want to piss in front of all these fucking degenerates. So I went to one of the empty convention halls because you could do that. And so I was in the bathroom. It was like a giant ass fucking bathroom. I was all by myself, so I think I was a little too comfortable.
Yeah, you just let it.
I was pissing in the urinal. I'm like, this one feels extra good.
And then you just ghosted this chick after your mistake?
After that mistake, I called my friend. I was like,
how old were you?
Too old.
You were pissing, and then you said this feels too good.
I was like,
this one didn't know it was coming out of your ass.
It wasn't immediate. It just felt warm and nice, and then because it doesn't happen to me. Because this shit doesn't happen to me. This shit doesn't happen.
He wasn't familiar with it.
The feeling of shitting is so alien to him.
Well, that the shitting,
my pants, man.
That the shitting gets away from him. This has never happened. You understand?
I understand things get.
This guy is like ninja shitter. He's like he has ninja qualities when it comes to pinching a loaf.
But yeah, so I called my friend up and I was like, yeah, if you could bring me some boxers and a fucking blanket, whatever the fuck else, and he did, and then I just left, and I never talked to her again.
Francis, I blame you for the road we're going down here, but I'm going to continue going.
I'm surprised it's gone this far.
Well, did I tell you about my incontinence on a plane once?
Go ahead.
I didn't tell you this?
I don't know, maybe.
I'm sorry Susan's not here for this. It's one of her favorite stories. I did the old think I need to fart on the plane. I'm in there, and I'm thinking, what? Did I spill something? What's going on? Why is this so wet on my seat? so wet. I thought, oh shit, oh no. I'd had a vegan meal the night before. I've had this twice happen with eating vegan, a pure vegan meal. And went to the bathroom, and I have just destroyed myself with diarrhea. I mean, destroyed. So I'm trying to figure out what to do. And I sort of mopped up as best I could, realized that was not even a half measure. Got off that plane. We're not now, like, while I'm cleaning, the seatbelt light goes on, and it's time to land. I'm like, Jesus, I got to go back to the seat. Go back to the seat, run to a bathroom in the airport. Throw the underwear out, clean the jeans in the toilet, and go back about my business.
Clean the jeans
myself
in the
and
toilet.
myself too with the
Were
toilet.
you using toilet water to
Water and toilet paper to clean myself and the jeans. What are you gonna do?
I did the same thing.
You did it?
I did the same thing.
Yeah.
No, you're
That's
just
all you
not,
had?
No, you're just not flying that day. Just fucking
Well, I was on a connection. I was at a tight connection too. I was like trying to get across. I don't remember.
You should have stayed in that city.
I'm like Annie. I can't remember shit like that.
Did you have extra pants in your carry-on?
No, nothing like that. Nothing carry-on. And so now underwear I threw out. Pants I'd washed in the toilet. Washed myself in the toilet.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
This is barbaric.
it's barbaric. But I blame you because we normally don't talk like this. You're inspiring us in some sort of way.
Francis, when's the last time you shit yourself?
It was on the way to a ski trip.
Yeah.
In high school.
Drinking too much?
No, not at all. My mom was driving me and 3 friends up in a minivan.
To Vermont or where?
Maine.
Maine doesn't have skiing, does it?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, let's ski.
Oh, yeah. The
Right.
biggest mountain in New England is in Maine.
Raylock, Massachusetts was the biggest
No,
mountain.
Sugarloaf.
Sugarloaf. I always
big
thought
one.
Sugarloaf was in New Hampshire. Vermont,
No,
actually, yeah.
Sugarloaf's up in northern Maine, and then Sunday River is closer to New Hampshire. But we have some good mountains up there, and I had to tell my mom to pull over, and I ran into a snowbank, and then it was just liquid. It was pure liquid, and my friends were all laughing at me.
Of course they were.
It was really
Greatest moment of their life.
It was terrible. It was a terrible experience.
But you weren't like a little baby that shit the diaper like Andy and myself. You managed to control yourself.
No,
sufficiently.
I had not made it.
Okay.
Yours is cooler.
He got both.
Collateral damage.
Yeah.
Did it turn to ice? Because you said it was liquid and it hit the snowbank.
No, I mean, I think it probably melted some of the snow. I had to, go through like waist deep snow to get far enough away to do that. And my friends got out of the car to watch, which I thought was very like voyeuristic and kind of perverted, if I'm honest.
That's just because you were mad at them. If you'd been one of them, you would have been right there.
Probably.
Oh, of course.
Probably would have. Yeah, it was a sight to behold.
But then he knew a life in comedy.
Yeah.
So speaking of that, when did comedy hit for you?
Well, I got into it when I was 21. So I've been at it for 12 years now.
You were living in Massachusetts then?
I was in school, and I was just started doing some sets my senior year, and then moved to New York and pursued it.
In Cambridge, or you go into the city?
Yeah, there was the Comedy Studio or the Comedy Connection, which was run by a guy named Rick Jenkins. I can never remember.
In Cambridge.
Yeah, it was above the Hong Kong Chinese food restaurant. It's a very well-known comedy club, which has since moved. And, I don't know, they're kind of...
What was that famous Chinese restaurant comedy club in Boston?
That's probably the one you're thinking of. Or is that Nick's Comedy Stop?
No, it had a Chinese name.
Oh,
This is from like the 60s and 70s, a long time ago.
the one in Cambridge, above the Hong Kong. And yeah, it was the first place I ever did work.
So we are discovering that most comedians have some trauma or something. What was your deal?
Well, the trauma for me came when I tried to work in a more kind of typical field. I had a junior year internship, my summer junior year in finance, working in mortgage-backed securities for the Royal Bank of Scotland in New York. That was in Stamford, Connecticut. That was where their headquarters were in 2010, so shortly after 2008 mortgage crisis that created the housing market. So everyone was very forlorn in that field and at my desk, and I was so disconnected from the working board that I would I had these headphones case, and I would go to this fire escape on the way down to the parking garage, 3 or 4 floors down, and go under an overhang of the steps and then nap for 11-minute increments which was as long as I could feasibly say I had fasted for. And that would happen 2 or 3 times a day because I would eat really large meals because the food was free. And I did that for the whole summer, and
It sounds like dread was your trauma.
it was terrible.
Dread, right? You dreaded it.
Yeah.
I could feel the dread just hearing the story.
I was really uninterested. And
So from that moment on, it's like, fuck society, fuck finance.
well,
This is an antisocial impulse in comedy, right?
I suppose so, but I was never so maladjusted. You know, it wasn't some, I don't know, hatred of misanthropic inroad that led me to spill my guts on stage. Right? More like I failed at everything else. And I just was ready. Yeah. Then I also tried to go to law school. I went for 4 days. I wasn't into that. Yeah. And I was really hard to get these things. You know, I studied forever. What else that? It just hard to go yeah, I was challenged because my girlfriend at the time, her parents wanted me to go, and I respected them. And I don't know, I just structured, I had grown up in a way where I was expected of me to, not by my parents necessarily, but that I accomplished, but I should keep going for the difficult thing. And finally, everyone just gave up on me, which gave me the freedom to do what I wanted to.
Tell me about it was a podcast.
It's a podcast that stemmed from fallibility and mistakes and what we learned from them. My friend Julio and I hosted together, and I had been fired from Barstool Sports the first time I worked there for writing a blog about a young woman who'd gone missing in Utah. Her sorority sisters had reported her absence to the FBI, and I wrote this lighthearted blog about it because I misread the news headlines and thought she was fine. Shortly after, she was found brutally murdered, and then lots of news outlets came out at us saying that Barstool Sports writer Francis Ellis had slut-shamed a murdered girl, which is a very challenging Google search result to overcome when you're unemployed. And I mean, my God, I had to ask my friends to Google my high school lacrosse statistics to try to bump it down. But as it turns out, search engine amplification is far more tricky than evidence. People are more excited to rate that slut shames and murder headline. So that one stuck. But it took me 3 years to sort of claw my way back and remain somewhat afloat, and finally Barstool hired me back just 6 months ago.
And those 3 years you did comedy during that?
Oh yeah, the whole time.
And no hesitation about that.
Yeah, I've been doing stand-up all along.
But I mean, it seems like those 3 years you must have had some confidence.
Well, unfortunately, when you get fired on a national scale like that, the bridges to a more normal life are all.
Well, I'm curious. It just seems to me, I would imagine, lots of my friends have been raised in similar manner, playing lacrosse and things, and I imagine you would think I should go to the military like those guys.
I've had that thought.
That's what I think.
But more from a vainglorious standpoint.
I understand, but when your back's against the wall like that, it probably looked like, well, there it is, I gotta go do that now.
Yeah, but I mean, whenever I've had moments in my career where I'm like, I don't know what I should do next, the Marine Corps somehow comes into view.
Yes.
And I am firmly aware that I have just too quickly of a meter to handle MREs. And, I have too much respect for the military to think that I could come back on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think the issue of fallback is not about you have to still percent of who they are and what they're not about, right? All right, let's take some calls here. We've got a lot of stuff right now. Oh my goodness. Oh shit. Taylor, what's going on?
Hi, Dr. Drew. How are you?
Hey there, we're good.
Hey. So, I like being a composter, and my husband and I were wondering, like, say I get freaky with him on Friday night, he cream pies me, and then say we wake up Saturday morning and he wants to cream pie me again. Can I take a plan until, like, later Saturday and I cover both cream pies?
Taylor, you're a bad girl. What the hell is the matter with you? Who talks like that? You're married. Talk to your father. That was Francis. So you're wanting to cover two loads with one pill, so to speak. Right?
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. You know, the difference amongst the 12, okay, you're challenging my math skills a little bit, but you're saying within 12 hours, two within 12 hours or within 24 hours?
Within like 24 hours.
Look, so the way the PAMB works primarily is by suppressing ovulation, right? And if if you had already ovulated, you're screwed pretty much either way, right? Whether both of those I don't know what to say.
No.
Both of those loads are going to
Damn
be
it.
contributing to the potential fertilization. By the same token, if you can suppress the ovulation, which you have up to about 72 hours to do that, because the egg waits in there for 72 hours before it's going to reach it. So, you know, the only way you get in trouble is if the egg is released between the 1 and the 2nd. You understand what I'm saying? It's like, let's say that's the one, or if the egg's already there. The egg's already there, or it comes after the first one, you're in trouble. Like, you will cover both if you take it almost immediately after the second. If that makes any sense at all.
Gotcha. But if I do any more loads than the 2, then I'm fucked.
This is a weird probability equation you're asking me to discuss, right? What's the probability that in the X period of time you have a 72-hour window potentially, but you're messing with that 72 hours by doing other things during that time.
Can I ask too, isn't it reasonable to think that his second load and his loads in success will be less sperm?
That's true, but still enough to have a conception. Okay. This is why they don't get into these kinds of equations when they're recommending how to use this bill day. It gets a little weird very quickly. Yeah. I do notice I didn't say it. So it's possible. It crossed my mind. So Taylor, I'm sorry we're going to do this, but here we go. So we talked to women about the organic and right. And some women can have orgasms really easily during intercourse, some can have this intercourse but not that easily. A lot of women only have orgasms if they're direct stimulation. Women with voices like Taylor, it's sometimes an indication of, I'm going to put her in the able to have orgasms with intercourse but not multiple orgasms. Is that you, Taylor?
That is incorrect.
Uh-oh. Are you multiply orgasmic?
Like, multiply, absolutely.
Okay, Kenny got it. So,
Congratulations.
yeah, well done. Taylor's one of these unicorns out there. Yeah. It's
I'd love to hear that. Thank you, guys.
yeah, so some women can have bones and they have a certain quality in their voice. And some of that, I was going to bring up to what sugar, any five, wow. Yeah. I mean, I'm learning it. She doesn't, her laugh wasn't quite the laugh I usually hear for the one.
You don't think it has more to do with the fact that Taylor is talking about being a cum dumpster and taking multiple loads from her husband and then treating that with Plan B? That had nothing to do with it.
You prefer not to have any of that cross-boundary, so that would be good high.
It's, you know, her sexual drive and whatnot is not related to that multiple orgasm. Got it. So she's just a party. Yeah. Thanks, Taylor.
Thank you, guys.
Hope that answered it. So how do you think we answer? Let's see. We go.
This is great. I love what you've done with your career.
Thank you.
This is thrilling use of a medical degree.
Thank you. Liz from Toronto. Liz, what's going on? Really? Yes, ma'am. What's up?
Hey, Dr. Mommy.
Hey, Mommy, what's up?
Hey, Mommy. So my tits are just so fucking hairy. Like, I'm 26, I've never been pregnant, I'm not on birth control, but I have to fuck them, like, all the time. Should I get weaker?
A lot of people do. It's sort of that, daisy appearance that some women get. It's not uncommon. It's more common than people sort of acknowledge, frankly. If you can control it with wheezing, then it must not be very bad.
I have a lot of ingrown stuff.
A lot of what? Ingrown? Yeah.
Ingrown?
Yeah, part of the truth. I don't know what the product of the center laser will on that issue. That's really
Okay, thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Well, that was very pragmatic. Yeah, of course. Let's look at this one. Medical case, I appreciate your insight. 24-year-old female, long history of endometriosis, polycystic ovarian, diarrhea. First degree age 10, birth control since 14, existing abdominal pain, gynecologist revealed. I have didelphys uterus. Look up.
Does that mean two of them?
Yep. Yeah. Cornuate, I think we also call it that. Isn't much information, but about pregnancy is what she's asking. The big problem with the there it is. That's fully. She has a little something a little different. Let's see. It's
Maybe a bicornuate?
it's like the bicornuate on the bottom. And the cornu, the uterus, is the corners, like literally the corners areas, and she's got these two corners. The problem with that is if the corners are not big enough and a uterus and a pregnancy gets set up there, it can rupture the uterus. So there is some issues early on in terms of where the fetus implants, that kind of thing. It really depends on your specific anatomy, whether it's significant or not. So it doesn't affect pregnancy, it's not that I say. Look up didelphys, D-I-D-E-L-P-H-Y-S. Oh, you did it. Wow, already. Okay, all right, there you go. So didelphys, let's see that. Oh, I think didelphys is the bigger double uterus thing. That looks like it probably could make it. There you go.
Meow.
It's almost like there are two uteruses. Yeah, they were both. Yeah, they were at the same time. No matter where the uterus implant comes in, eggs simultaneously.
Yo, what's he doing with this shit?
The result of an egg splitting, there'll be identical twins. And fraternal twins, correct. They're both implanted in the same uterus. The same uterus.
Teeth.
That technically it's the same uterus, just two parts. Right?
Before we move on, Drew, I just wanted to bring up that Chad I could get away without shooting himself in front of that guy.
What the fuck?
Long ago. Yeah.
Yeah, mine was long ago too, and I shared it
I'm
with
talking
everybody.
about when we talked about it on the show.
Were you teaching at the time?
I think
Were you standing in front of a class of students?
it actually wasn't in public. It was I was alone in my room by myself.
Yeah.
That was for a second.
Let's see what he says.
That's true.
Let's hear the man out.
I think that's probably the reason why I stopped drinking a lot.
I have to try harder.
Interesting.
Yeah, this shouldn't be happening.
Were you like passed out and shit on yourself, or was it?
No, I just best I can figure it is I had this. I had a new roommate move in, a female, and she was in the restroom, and I thought I had to go, but I thought I could wait it out.
Yeah.
And I don't know, we were kind of just met, so I didn't really want to be like get out of there and shit.
Yeah.
So I underestimated myself a little bit.
Yeah, the shard seems to be the enemy of the young male. Yeah, this happens a lot. Hubris, that's right. We think we can control stuff. We think we're not biological. Thank you for sharing, Chad. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's great producing.
Phil, what's up, Phil? Phil.
Hey, what's going on, Dr. Hitler?
Okay.
Yeah, just talked about the second about 6 months ago.
Yeah.
And ever since then, I've got some like kind of blue ball like tenderness that I never really had before.
Yeah.
But that's a new feeling for me, and it kind of happens a day or so after.
Yeah.
Maybe that starts or whatever. But it lasts for a while. Is that going to be a continuing factor now after the vasectomy? Or is it going to go away from what you feel normally?
How long ago was your vasectomy?
3 months.
Yeah, usually it goes away, but there can be a persistent pain. It's pretty uncommon, but it usually goes away. Yeah, I would talk to the urologist to see if any complications or procedure or anything I'll look out for, but I would look forward to it going away. And he may have some recommendations too.
Okay.
There may be certain things you can do in terms of sort of you got to keep the pipes clean. You got maybe want to support the testicles and the prostate a little bit. Where sometimes just improving the lymphatic outflow in that region is helpful. So wearing tight underwear at night, that kind of thing can just help flow back into your body. Okay.
Gotcha, okay. I definitely hate tight underwear, but I can deal with it if it's also there.
Yeah, it's a good trade-off. It's a lymphatic issue sometimes. So and then not delaying ejaculation, that kind of thing. So no law school. Yeah.
Where are we? You're amazing. No law school. Get out of here. Why do you think that guy had a vasectomy?
Can you not change sensitivity in this game?
Ask him if he's still there. Usually if they're married, have a couple kids, and they're ready to... Phil, you still there? Phil?
Yes, still here.
Yeah, why'd you have your vasectomy?
I had 1 kid, I'm 1 and done. No more.
Nice. Was that a co-decision between you and your wife or the mother of your child?
It was a bit of a mix on that one. She would like more kids. I was hesitant to want any kids, so we negotiated on 1. And here we are.
You want to be sure there can be no further. Yeah. How old are you?
Yeah. 34.
Yeah.
And we, after having the first one, I was a little gun shy for a bit there too. It kind of makes performing a little difficult. You're worried about potentially having more kids, but I'm good on 1.
Wow. Amazing. So he said something interesting there that since you're the wordsmith and remember law school, he said use the word whenever when he should have said when. And I hear that all the time now. It drives me crazy. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, but
Whenever I was going to school, it's like no, when you went to school, when you were going to school, not whenever I was at school.
whenever is vague.
Whenever it was meant to mean whenever, not when.
Right.
When is a specific point in time.
You know what? You're right.
I don't like them either.
No,
I didn't say I like Phil. I don't like the common use of that word whenever these days.
No, shame.
Shame on everybody.
Shame on him. Undo that vasectomy. Give his wife more children. Whatever it was.
Yeah. There we go.
He doesn't.
Let's watch some videos. If you think you're moved so far, Francis, I wondered if we had a lot of brown talk. Let's switch over to yellow. Ooh, I gotcha. Yeah. Okay.
This is the truth. This is the reality of living with that fucking maniac. All that urine. So I don't have to fucking go out there and deal with this fucking maniac. I get to have a room full of fucking urine. Totally not humiliating. Serious?
Oh, yeah.
That smells out my fucking room. This is insane. That nobody can do this. I mean, it's just like I can't even. I don't know what the fucking world I'm in.
I'm a little confused by what's happening to Judd Apatow right now.
Yeah, but yes, he has.
From what we can tell, this guy's in some sort of sober living or care facility, and I think there's another person that lives there that he can't stand. But whenever he's filming them, the guy he's filming is never doing anything that crazy. Like, he's not doing anything crazy.
Yeah.
So I think it might be in his own head, and so I think what he's been doing is trying to avoid that crazy person in the facility with him. He's now resorting to urinating in his own room.
Oh, so it's his own urine that's accumulating, so he's staying away from the nutty guy.
Yeah, what kind of, I mean...
Paranoia sometimes. Very Howard Hughes of him. Very, very much so. If meth is his drug, then they're fully with that. And, we have a lot of people on this program that drink their urine, which is no bueno.
No?
No bueno. Saved James Franco's life when he was in that rock.
accumulate the urine, urea poisoning that would be urea poisoning those other ones that didn't. Yes. Urine poisoning, which is part of kidney failure. But if your kidneys aren't allowed to excrete certain products, your kidneys go back in. It's the same thing as kidney failure.
Wow. Interesting.
Fascinating. That's cool. One of the aspects of it. So what else you got for us?
Have you ever had to store your own urine? Have you ever had to, if you couldn't get to a bathroom?
It must have been something.
Can I tell you, this is another embarrassing admission. So, I'm glad we open with all the deprecation talk, because when I was whenever you were.
Yeah, whatever.
You can take your time.
I mean, it sounds like that. They're like, whenever I was at school, or whatever. That's crazy. That's awful. That's going to drive you insane.
I did I was in Oxford, England. I did a semester over there.
Yeah. That place is great, by the way. You've not been.
But I was there, and I was staying kind of a homestay. So this program I did, and it was actually when I was a senior in high school, and I was recruited for lacrosse, so I knew my college situation was done, all squared away, and so I just said I was good at Maine, both public school, was pretty tired of it, so I went over there.
During your senior year, you have what they call it,
At
Oxford, yeah.
No, so, well,
did you have that kind of?
I did.
Okay.
But I was loosely affiliated with the university, so I was not a university student.
It was a high school program.
It was high school and gap year.
Got it.
But I played on the men's lacrosse team at school and was friends with all the guys there. And I was doing a homestay, and the man, the patriarch of this home, because they had also taken in a daughter who, with her children, and the place was just packed. And there was one bathroom, and you always had to assume that somebody was in there. And I was up on the third floor, and I got tired of walking down to the bathroom and all that.
Sounds very pragmatic.
So I would just pee in a water bottle,
Yeah.
and then on nights when it rained, I would open the shutter and I would pour it down the rain gutter. And it, I mean, it smelled. It really does start to smell.
Yes, it accumulates a little bit.
Yeah.
What did they think was going on in your room?
I don't know. I think they thought the cat had a problem.
Oh, yeah. Blame the animal. It's good.
Yeah, and I just that was once you start doing it once and you realize the ease of it, that becomes your system.
It's like sort of being a serial killer or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You desensitize yourself
Yes.
to your own disgusting habits.
It somehow becomes rewarding after time.
Yeah, so, I don't know.
Wasn't very embarrassing.
Ooh, speaking of some embarrassing, while we're on the
Okay.
subject of piss,
Okay. Is it a TikTok?
In this episode of What Does the Wild Naked Man Drink,
Jesus.
I'm going to fill this beautiful mason jar with my beautiful Orin, which is medicinal.
You didn't call it urine, it's orin?
Amazing. Working out or going for a run or pump up some iron.
Blind Bob would love this, though.
It's a form of biofeedback.
Very
It's a
good
form
sound.
of self-love. When I drink my own piss, I get this enhanced benefit of self-approval and self-acceptance. And really, that's all there is to life, because self-love is the only love. So no wonder the yogis have been doing it for over 5,000 years.
Yeah.
Everything that's bad for us, like injecting heavy metals and aborted fetal cells right into your body, is made to seem good. And everything that's good for us, like drinking your piss, is made to seem bad. We live in an inverted clown world. So try it for yourself and be your own guru and do what feels good.
Yeah.
Does that not make you queasy?
Yeah. Yeah, it makes me cringe.
Yeah.
It sort of makes, I think I used to get angrier when I was younger, like, what are you talking, you know what I mean? You have no business telling people to do this. I've sort of given up.
Because he's quite eloquent.
Yes, and he seems healthy, and so people buy his
That's
stuff.
the issue.
Yeah, and you're not going to die from drinking your own urine unless you do it consistently for weeks. It's just like,
your body isn't perfect. He's so invested in his body being a perfect instrument that it's do what it's supposed to do. Right. With his excrete these byproducts through renal, the filtrates. That's it. Let it happen.
Is there any nutritional value whatsoever to drinking one?
And I'm aware of that. Maybe somebody could come up with something. Maybe some something or the gut in some way. Changing the floor on the gut maybe has some sort of secondary something. I'm just reaching.
When they talk about fecal replacement or whatever it's called, the fecal transplant, and that's good for your gut.
Because that is good when you need it. You're trying to get a repopulation of good bacteria. Right? It's usually something following Clostridium difficile, right? Which is something you have to look at. Yeah, so it's fecal transplant. People imagine fecal transplant as taking a stool and cramming up somebody's butt. No, it's the bacteria that get into the capsule and swallowing it and getting it through there. That's much more simple. So I don't know why I've been eating my own shit all the time. I know, you didn't have to. That's what I did. Let's see. Mid-30s overall, good health. Went to a bar with some friends. I had my third drink at 12:15. Next time I had 2 hours later, 2:03 in the morning. Half a mile away in a field, there's a wound just above my right eyebrow, bleeding profusely. No idea what happened. I practiced with real sentences. Consensus is you think somebody put something in my drink, they get information to it. Like, drink. And there is a history of something illness on my mom's side. Bipolar, I'm worried that some of these issues come manifest could be related. Not suddenly like that. You don't suddenly become manic and blank out. The alcohol in itself, sometimes people will black out easily sort of regularly. They become more easy to black out. That's kind of a sign that you have a problem with the alcohol. I don't know that you have to enlist the theory that there is some other agent put in there, though certainly that would do the same thing. The problem is you can't assume anything. And I worry that you might have had a seizure or something might have happened neurologically, and so you do have, I would send you to a neurologist just for a workup to make sure it's not something that. Wow. The speed at which you drink alcohol is very much of a determinant of how intoxicated you are, right? And if you drink 3 drinks quickly, you can go out, and particularly if you've been sort of priding yourself for a couple weeks every night. Yeah. It's very easy. You don't have to worry about me. You're a heavyweight? No, I'm very sensitive. I'm very smart about how I never get I ain't no bitch. Just a country, but I just, now these days, I've got it under control. I know the system, damn bitch. So at one time, though, it was a little excessive. No, when I was a kid, you said these days. I just, whenever you used to do. Yeah. When you're a kid, it's impressed upon you that drinking is a habit of honor. Oh. Yeah. And nowadays, too. I know. Have you heard about this TikTok thing? Where they're drinking some kind of concoction of water and alcohol and vodka and whatnot. Well, there was this theory that these kids were actually hydrating while they were drinking, so therefore they're fine. And so, but it's not pulling out. They're all in big trouble. Yeah, they're shit. That's the last one? Yeah. What's that called? You guys know what that's called? There's a name for it. It's all over college campuses. It's in the mouth? Yeah, I think it's big jugs of, water that they fill with vodka and water and then something out loud. They're kind of vitamin mix and like a anti-dehydration powder. That is, like or something. Yeah, it's that. So, wow, that is dumb. Yeah, that is, it's better than just the alcohol. I'll grant you that, but it's not that. I don't want to selfishly divert us from whatever the agenda is, but I have one more question. Yeah, you're just forking. Yes, forking. Just like outrage gallons. Gallon of water, pour out half, fill the rest with alcohol of choice and powder mix of electrolytes and caffeine. There you go. Hashtag board, hashtag on TikTok interview and 85 right now. Yeah. Because they're just drinking so much. That's the thing. Good time. How much are we heading in a wrong direction from one generation to the next? At least in terms of
like when I hear what the new kids are doing, I'm like, holy cow, that's really dangerous. And I don't know, as someone who is potentially about to have, one fight accidentally, how we reel them in. How do we, because I don't know how you control that.
Part of it is this.
Yeah.
Right. So if you start to look at this as tobacco, and even in recording, I think you'll have half the battle won. Right. And my friends that are actually expert psychologists and things in adolescence of this instrument give their kids an hour, max 2 hours a day. Period. End of story. So the more you control that, the better off you're going to be. But that house can get out of the barn very early and very quick. Early morning exposure, like 8 to 9, on average, it goes yeah, right. And in terms of substance use, the normalization of pathological injection of substances, the one thing I have just repeat over and over again, and I have for years, is when it comes to adolescent, we're really talking about more younger adults and adolescents. The health measures, the adverse health outcomes, whether it's accidents, sexual assaults, pregnancy, STDs, fights, accidents, you name it, always alcohol, always intoxicated, and alcohol plus minus whole thing. And now you add in the power of the weed, the potency of the weed. You have another battle we gotta fight as well. Yeah. So substances are a big part of it, and my youth battle as a parent is so indoors that college cancer rather than look at what it is a dangerous pathological problem. Yeah. So the more you can sort of what you call college yeah, I know. Other medical questions?
No, yeah, that was helpful. I mean,
I think there's going to be a backlash in this direction, I think, because I Paulina, I'm 34. So when I was a kid, we were looking at hippies and all that kind of stuff. We were a part of the movement, but like, too much. We don't really have that much to do with that. And then all of a sudden, the 80s. So things didn't kind of slip back. So I feel like something's going to round your kids and the kids maybe just older than yours. I think there's going to be some sort of swing back in the healthy direction, maybe.
Is it reasonable to think that perhaps there's a link between the secularization of Americans' youth and our movement away from religion with a fall into control?
I think I've not noticed that the secularization necessarily is associated with debauchery. So, there used to be sexual values and more in secular religion. They kind of gave up on that. And I've not noticed that it's less likely to get into debauchery so much. But what I have noticed is that secularization has been replaced by other religions of all types, political and all kinds of belief systems and things. And that's what I'm seeing now most disturbing. Wow. That people don't understand that they're, rather than having a sharing, opening, and adjusting, and refining the discourse, there's going to be tribes that have belief systems that make no issue. And that is a religious kind of quality. And those are secular kids.
These are what, fringe groups?
Not necessarily.
Online forums?
Or actual, they call it congressmen. I mean, they call it, they're on both sides. It's weird.
And young people are subscribing to that.
It's been a beautiful. By younger, I mean sort of 40 and under. It seems to have really gotten away from us because people need something to believe, and they don't understand that they're sort of in a system right now of belief rather than a discourse of belief. Really? Does that make sense?
Yes, this is so fun.
Yeah,
I don't normally talk to people this smart on podcasts.
This is me. This is me. How the road you guys are taking now without medical training.
I wasn't dissing you.
That's fault. I like Francis. I'm going to put it on those guys. And Alex, what's going on?
Hey, how's it going, Doctor?
Hey, man.
Hey, so I guess you've already read what's going on there. So
I just know your girlfriend's pregnant. That's all I know. So what's up?
Yeah, literally just found that out this morning.
Congratulations. Wow.
Yeah, that came after your second cream pie.
Oh, so you didn't hear that call.
There's been a lot of them.
Oh, you didn't hear it. Yeah, you should have spaced it out a little more. Give her time with that pill.
What's going on?
So, last year with an ex, actually, there was a miscarriage, so I kind of want to not kind of have a have it happen again. Obviously, it's just bad luck, but I want to kind of keep her as healthy as possible, and I figured since you're the doctor, I want to ask you what you can recommend, what I should stay away from, stuff like that.
Okay, so hold on a second. So this is her second pregnancy, correct?
No, different girlfriend.
Ah, and that girlfriend had a miscarriage?
Yeah. Yeah.
How many weeks in was that?
So it's been about a month.
Okay, so very good. So a significant percentage, again, people argue that it's 20% or 50%, somewhere in there, of first trimester pregnancies terminate. Whether it's a genetic thing between the two of you or just whatever, in terms of development isn't go quite right. It's a complicated process how fetus develop. It just happens. So some of it just happens and not much you can do about it. How long is this girl pregnant? What you found out this morning, how far along is she?
I would say maybe 2 weeks or something like that. Right. We were at the gym the other night, and so all right, more than usual for this morning.
I understand. So I just think pregnant women should be raised like veal. I mean, I really don't think they should be. Now, there's a big movement to get COVID vaccine. Talk to your doctor about that. I have mixed feelings about it. I'm not really clear yet, but I would treat her like something, made out of porcelain. And no medicines, no anything. Just clean diet, and just try to stay away from things that would interfere in any way with development. That's when they call it, can I take this? And I go, it's okay. Just do something. Just get nice clean diet. Do the best you can. Keep things risky. Talk to your doctor about whether she vaccinated. Okay?
Well, she took one shot last year from her dad was kind of sick from the hospital, so she had to take it to see him. I can't remember if she got another one. I personally am not vaccinated, so.
Yeah, my wife is on the record saying she would absolutely not do it. She had children. And she was like, if I were pregnant, I would absolutely not get it. But there are people, and I've heard convincing evidence that it might be worth it. But I'm not clear. You have to talk to your doctor about that. Okay?
Okay, well, she does have an appointment then.
And talk about how to keep things safe and fun. And stress-free and all that good stuff. Well, make her feel very, I'm always amazed. Women feel extremely vulnerable under pregnancy. And men don't necessarily know that. And so how do you behave during pregnancy goes on your record for good. I'm pointing at you because I know you're going this direction. Yeah. You need to make her feel not just special, but protected. Everything's taken care of. You don't necessarily have to do everything for her, but you have to make her feel like everything's protected.
Interesting. So no mosh pits.
No mosh pits, and if you go out and on the road and just you can't make her feel vulnerable if you're out there in the world. You got to make her feel secure and safe and all that. Not so much. It's a biology, right? It's a natural biology to want to feel that way to protect yourself and a life. But for the male, that they don't understand is this goes on your permanent record. This is stuff they never forget. So be good to your spouse or partner when they're pregnant.
Okay.
All right.
That's good to know. I was planning to be horrible.
Well, whenever she's pregnant. Let's talk about a So
I want that baby to be born through adversity.
I want to because I know something after they're born.
You know something, Dr. Drew? I grew up with unconditional love, and that has been a setback professionally.
I can see that. Yeah.
It's much easier. You never hear Disney movies being made about the kid who has two loving parents.
No, it's always the evil stepfather.
Or the absentee father,
or the abandonment, or the orphan, or whatever it is. You would still be in law school if it weren't for your damn parents.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Heaven forbid.
They fucked up. So we had a video we would watch occasionally, a classic video here of a girl that was doing a video blog, and she was psychotic. And in every video blog, she thought she was talking to me on it. Ah, so she would. Oh, there she is. Going fun.
Hey, Hitler.
Hey, Hitler.
Hey, Danny. I just want to let you know there are at least 2 of my Daniacs, or at least a few of my Daniacs that are on the shrimp scampi boat, and they are getting turned into lasagna. So I need your help getting a rescue boat over there, and they really need your help getting rescued. Hey, Hitler. Hey, Danny. I just want to tell you that Daniel Lewis is basically harassing my Daniel.
Yeah, very good rail. Fascinating. Well, what are we doing here? Well, we're educating you.
Why did we do that?
Because that's Tom stuff. He shows me to get my thoughts. But we have something coming up, I see on the board here, called Trans-Hitler Reincarnation. And so I just wanted to make sure we both have reviewed for the Hitler business.
That was our amuse-bouche for that?
Amuse-bouche for that.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Now,
Alright, it's time to address the nose ring drama. So if you haven't seen my latest video where I made this new nose ring right here, people are essentially calling me every name under the sun because I have the nice adler on my jacket. So I need to tell you guys a little something about me. And you can call me crazy, you can call me whatever you like, any name under the sun, okay? But I'm very in tune with my past and my past lives and lifetimes that I've lived before this one.
Guess what?
My last life just so happened to be a very infamous one. Me offing myself was one of the first memories I had from that lifetime. It came to me when I was 5 in my nightmares. You can see right where I shot myself too. That and just so many other things throughout my life have connected me to my past. And you can go say, oh, go get on your meds again, you nutter. I've been on so many meds and none of them have changed what I saw when I was 5.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
So what do you think?
Oh boy.
Where are you going to go with this?
Well, what bothers me...
How do you take this seriously as a doctor?
Well, if somebody thinks he's psychotic, right?
Oh.
They've been putting him on meds, and they think this is a delusion, which it is. But what bothers me is that people have taken all sorts of different abnormal forms and turned them into identity. And I'm not talking about the transgender part of this at all. I'm talking about the positions and pre-lives and afterlives, as you said, for Hitler and other life, and that's who he is now. I think he inferred it. He inferred it, but we're going to conclude that his inference was very coy. That inference is coy, but that you can let those things. And it bothers me people are sort of reinforced for creating identities around how thoughtful they are. And this is another one of those things. It worries me for my profession that we'll try to create some sort of world for everyone that's consistent with that identity rather than what we need to do in this. Believe that the way that your previous life is going
Do we coddle lots of cases into psychosis?
Oh my God. Don't ask patients. I just diet. Schizophrenia, maintenance, drug addiction. Not allowed to have those.
But is it always I know that for a lot of diseases that the correct prescription or chemical bound.
Fuck.
Yes, and so the argument would be, if he's happier, he identifies he, unless Hitler was, which there wasn't evidence of that, I guess. But if he feels better identifying as Hitler and living as Hitler, who are we to change his life?
Do you believe that?
I believe that mental health is about dealing with reality, and reality is challenge. And if you're in denial about reality, I worry about your mental health. However, it may be a more comfortable existence living according to some of these thoughts. So I don't have a philosophical position. I want people to thrive and do well. Generally, I'm concerned when reality is rejected. Okay, that's my general concern.
Huge mental leap here. Is it possible that had we made a number of the horrific school shooters or people that have enacted violence as a result of whatever disillusion and psychosis, had we maybe gone along with their whatever they wanted and built their world with them, might we have averted?
That's a great question, and I'll just point you no further than the kid trap. This is no further than the theater in Colorado. That's where it goes if you don't stop it. And there was a psychiatrist that did try to stop it, and an idiot, the school, with the very thinking that you thought, who are you to say? You're living your best life, blah, blah, blah. These illnesses go places. So that's different. That's a different illness than this. Right. So again, I have no philosophical problem with somebody saying, well, let's make him live his life and he'll be happy. Right. Fine. But if he's got a diagnosable condition that can go to violence, right, then I have a problem.
This conversation summons Shutter Island. Have you seen that?
No.
Oh, you would love it. Oh, it's Scorsese.
Oh, that's a great one.
DiCaprio.
Wow.
I don't want to give it away, but it very much is right on
Shutter Island. Yeah. Here we go. Let's see Lady Gaga talking about fame. Can we do that? We don't have any more live calls right now, so. Oh, okay. Yeah.
It's almost impossible for people even to probably even look at my career and the things I've done and think, oh, she didn't want, of course she wanted to be famous, of course she wanted all that attention, but, it's just, creative expression is what I am, and I would have been doing this whether I became famous or not. I still would be doing what I do. What I'm saying is I wouldn't have given up to try to get famous in another way. Does that make sense? I just wanted to get a job being creative, and I did. I think the hardest thing for me is that I love people so much, and it is very hard to not be able to engage with people in a real and honest way because they either want something from me, or they see me as something that I simply am not. I am not some goddess that dropped down from the sky to sing music. I'm not some extra incredible human person that needs to be told how wonderful they are all day and kissed and told how incredible. I don't need any of that. Truly, my purpose on this earth is to make people happy and heal people through music. That's what I am to do. To create fantasies that allow people to not just escape, but to see that there is the potential for magic in life.
Why did you tell me that? Oh, she's great. Well, come on now. Listen, I just happened to spoke to a woman who was raised alongside of her when she was young. And she said, she goes, we knew all along that this was great. Yeah, and the mom apparently kind of protected it all that long. She said the mom was like the one sort of developing it.
In New York City, wasn't
yeah, that's right. Yeah, but they were doing this she was really from the 14.
I'm glad that you stood up to your cohorts. Yeah, because I agree. I didn't find that overly out of touch. We've seen that before.
In fact, if anything, I would criticize Jamie Lee Curtis because she missed the point a little bit. Because what she's saying is fame was not an autonomous motivator. And that, around her age group, that was a separate source of motivation for a lot of people. And she was saying, no, my motivation was to be and she's saying, now, I guess you could get suspect with all those meat dresses and all the weird shit that she did, right? Maybe, so, all right, you're suspect. You don't believe it.
She is sus.
But I'm sus. I talked to someone about Eddie in the bathroom, and he told me that was sus. Well, learn what sus was.
You talked to him in the bathroom?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, see, yeah, big time. Finally, when you talk to me, I was like, yes, well, we were in my first 50 cents. Yes, I was, dude. I was having sus.
coming to the Chromatica Ball, and we really tried to finish the show tonight in Miami, but we couldn't because even when the rain sort of stopped, there was lightning that was striking right down to the ground, so close to us, and I know that for a really long time, I've always wanted to be like that hardcore bad bitch, but what I really want is to also be responsible and loving. I don't know what I would do if anything happened to anybody in the audience or to any member of my crew, my band, my dancers.
Jesus.
So, I'm sorry that we didn't get to, do the epic performance of Rain on Me in the Rain, but what's more worth it to me is life. And whoever threw these two on stage, I will cherish them forever.
What's going on? What the fuck is she talking about?
It's a little too much, but on the flip side, it only...
To a place where I could perform and be healthy.
If Travis Scott had her mentality.
That's what I'm talking about.
You know?
How many lives would it say?
All my Travis Scott Air Jordans wouldn't be worth so much less.
but I look, she was raised like Theo, and
Chromatica will never be over.
And she's got, I'm not saying Lady Gaga has no issues. She's a very fragile person. She's got sort of somatic form stuff. I have anxiety disorder. I have panic disorder. We all have the hard cross to bear. You know what I'm saying? He does not like Lady Gaga, is what I'm saying. You don't like Gaga? Yeah, I can understand that. I wouldn't say they.
Yeah, I'm not totally against it, but just aspects of it are too performative, I think.
She is excessively engaged in. Look, a lot of people get off on drugs, and that's back in the old days, they called any excessive emotion of any type neurotic. That's an old school neurotic therapy. It's like a little bit hilarious. Something like a grant is going to be judgment. Oh, this one's actually great. Correct. So we're going to show you. Okay. That's it? This chair is right here. I'll bring this chair right here. So it shouldn't be that heavy. It's nothing. It's not 12 stuff. Yeah, I seem to be moving it all day, yeah.
This went super viral, and they revealed how much it actually weighed, and I think I remember reading, it's less than 85 pounds or something.
All right, so hilarious.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
I'm thanking you.
Hilarious. Thank you for that one. Oh, the dog has something else up his sleeve, though. Maybe he has bad shoulders or something. Maybe there's something else going on. He's shaking.
Very weird.
Oh, there you go. Oh, interesting. So you should have done that.
One more.
It's horrible.
That's everything we had in the back.
Oh.
Here, you know what? Let me go back on an old classic
TikTok
that
or
you
something?
never watched. Here, let me show you this.
Oh, jeez.
God damn! Oh my god! Oh! Yeah, that takes your breath away. God! Woo! Oh, that takes your breath away. Oh, oh boy. Oh my goodness, that takes your breath away. Oh, that's a shock and cheese system.
Did you do that all practice?
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Did you?
I've recently seen a couple of cases of vertebral arteries tears resulting in cerebral emboli. So this shit makes me go crazy.
Yeah, well, what do you think of chiropractic?
If it helps people, I've seen two things. I've seen some really serious injuries from particularly cervical spine manipulation, and I've seen people with really serious medical illnesses that gets missed. And I remember I saw this a couple times in residency. I'm like, oh, you really nearly died because you had this thing that it's a common thing they just missed it. Like that lady had an emphysema thing in her lungs, and they could hear thoracic spine. And no loss outside of the area, really would have had a problem.
Yeah. Does it happen more to people that have teeth that look like candy corn?
And that's two specialization of that particular I call my things right away. Teeth are similar that muscular color, or even like a
gigantic square box of yellow. Friggin' acre.
Fuck.
A whole acre right there, each one. Yeah, family mouth.
And there's little stuff going up the nose there too.
Like Gary Busey's wife.
Yes. There's a Busey-esque appearance.
So chiropractors, though, you're not a fan.
No, I'm not. I don't like those two features. I don't. I've heard of it. Look, my profession people all the time. Glass houses. I here's something I like.
So I used to go on Fox News and appear on the Jesse Waters program. It was really fun, and I'd be a complete goofball. Yeah. And then one day after I had gone on and I had espoused the merits of QAnon as a joke, I then got caught on a hot mic at my job saying that I wasn't sure the audience knew that I was messing with them, and I was worried that I was, not really a good citizen of the world, a bunch of nonsense. But that mic moment got caught and then, spread in a bunch of news articles were written about. Barstool Sports and Fox News regular Francis L. caught on hot mic, trashing the network and all of that. Why did I bring this up?
Maybe something about the yellow teeth or chiropractic or how my profession functions.
Oh, I gotcha. Yeah. So I got a bunch of death threats from major fans of Fox News.
Oh boy.
And one of them was a chiropractor in West Virginia who emailed me from his work email. And I went on to his practice and then left him a bunch of horrible Yelp reviews on ZocDoc. I sewered him for multiple accounts. It took me a long time. Yeah, well, he threatened my life. And he's got a master's in some kind of medicine. Bunch of bullshit. What do you need to become a licensed chiropractor?
An undergraduate degree and then chiropractic.
What is that, a master's?
It's a doctor of chiropractic.
So a PhD, see?
No.
How many years does that take?
3 or 4. I think I gotta look it up. It's a DC, doctor of chiropractic, right?
So they're like dentists.
Chiropractic school offers a DC degree following 4 years.
That's more substantial. You can't do it concurrent with your undergraduate studies.
Primary course, about that, but yeah. So it's same as medical, except we have to do 4 years after that. We have to do residency.
That's pretty substantial.
Yeah, I mean,
more substantial than I thought.
Anyway, and look, they do some good. I'm not saying they don't do good. I am not taking aim at chiropractic. I'm taking aim at these wrinkles in their system. Just go ahead and take out my own. I'm going to tell you something. I don't leave my own profession out of it. We've been fucking up a lot.
I don't think this guy was doing much good.
I worry about the vertebral arteries. It's a very delicate vasculature back there. It's just the right way. So, yeah. not heard like this story before. So, hey, listen, my friend, this has been a lot of fun. A pleasure meeting you. Thank you for abusing me and allowing such stuff and challenging me. And whenever we're together again, I hope you come back and let us pick your brain yet again. Tell people where they can find you now.
Sure. Check my tour dates, francisellis.com, and I'm also, social media, Twitter, Francis Ellis, and all that. So, thank you. That's all.
All right. And we'll see all this time. All conversations and information exchanged during participation in the Dr. After Dark podcast or interaction on the Doctor.com website is intended for education.
היי, אני שמחה להזמין אתכם להצטרף אליי ללימודי תואר ראשון במדעי התזונה במרכז האקדמי פרס
Hey, what up? This is your boy David Lucas, fishing with David Lucas, and today I got Michael Malice, and you know what we got on the line? Whoever catch the most fish is $20. Is it cool with that? Very cool. There we go. All right, now. Yeah, I don't know why I'm here. Because you got a haircut, man. And you got a bracelet for it. Motherfucker, you finished that box of chocolates and then some. So, Michael came on a fishing podcast and he told me I knew about the fish. I did not know this is a fishing podcast. I told you. We said come on my podcast. I don't listen to podcasts. I listen to your podcast. Well, that's a shame. It's a disaster. It's good. It's still a disaster. Michael, he's from Russia, so you know, fishing for him, he won't blow up. So which was me? I don't know. He said the fish that we can catch over here are not interesting. That's true. Why are they not interesting? Because they're just regular fish that swim around. They don't have interesting colors. They have interesting behaviors. They're rich in shapes. It's not bass. Dude, they are tricky. They're tricky, but they're just predatory, medium, large-sized fish. They're just pretty generic. You've never caught a big bass. That's why you're... I hope we can get you... I got some minnows today. See how those do. Two of them. Wow. I'm so in the big. And we got some worms. Oh, shit. VIP today. We'll throw it out enough way, bro. I don't want to do this. Come on, man. What am I just holding it? We was letting it sit. We're letting it sit right here. Oh, you got the thing of worms at the end. Are those night crawlers? Yeah. Okay. So you know something, man. I know about fishing. I just don't like it. And I'm going to be throwing this new bait from 6 Cent that I actually got from my buddy Justin Royal. We went fishing the other day on Lake Travis. Did you see that bass I caught? I did. And that's not interesting? No. It's interesting that you caught it. Now, the fish is not interesting. I see. What's the biggest freshwater fish you ever caught? I don't go fishing. I have hobbies. Like what? What are your hobbies? Digging around. No, I don't know. It's just... I used to be at aquariums very heavily, so I know a lot about fish. What's your favorite type of fish you've had in an aquarium? The walking batfish. The walking what? Batfish. What is that? It has arms. It has little arms that it walks with, and it's got a nose, and out of the nose it wiggles a lure. And when shrimp or other fish see the lure, it... So that's saltwater all day. Yes. Gulf of Mexico. They have some odd display. They're very hard to keep in captivity at the Dallas Aquarium. And the cool thing is the Dallas Aquarium, it was funny because I went to Dallas for my birthday with my crew. And I'm like, yes, I get to see the walking batfish. They have this here. And I go to the aquarium, I look all around, I don't find it, because I didn't want them to tell me. Who's your crew, Jimmy and Mo? And from Forrest Gump. We know you're not fucking running anywhere. Run, David, run. I'm gonna sit in my ass and I'll put the fish. Walk, David, walk. So yeah, as long as it's kind of a barely uphill, I got you. So I looked through the whole aquarium. I don't find the walking batfish, and then it turns out Dallas has 2 aquariums. Oh wow! And there's the other one. They had a whole enough of them. It was really cool. So did y'all get tickets to the next one? I made them all go to the next one. Yes. So who's in your crew? Lex. Lex did not go. Friends with Lex Steele. Lex Friedman is a good buddy of mine. No one. It's not everyone I know is a poo check. I've got normal people friends. Oh, yeah, don't you? Yeah, of course. You? Yeah. I babysit you. You know so? Yes, I know so. Oh. Nah. You don't think I want babysitting? You probably are. Who cares though? Right. And everyone's the same when you're fishing. Right. We all the same. Everyone's equally sad. Oh my God. Wait till I hope we catch a fish today. And what? What are you gonna cook it? No, I'm putting it back. What? I'll put it right back. Right. I'm not about to clean no fish. Like if I want some fish, I'll go to the fish market. Right. Or to what's that place? What did you used to do when you were young? That's nostalgic for you. Nostalgic. Well, the thing that's very nostalgic for me, and you're gonna make me kind of sad, is I was in Brooklyn all my life, so thinking about like old Brooklyn photos and what they have to destroyed it, that makes me very nostalgic, I would say. Well, I mean, like there was an activity you used to do with Papa. What y'all call it in Russia? Peepaw. Oh, I don't know you spoke Russian. Peepaw, yes. The backwards P, yes. Peepaw. Me and Peepaw. We called him Peepaw because I always urinated his hand. What's Peepaw? Hey, here comes Peepaw. Don't shake his hand because he doesn't watch that. No, I used to read a lot as a kid, watch cartoons. Nice. No activities on no baseball. No, I don't even know how to ride a bike. Oh wow. Yeah, so I was really. You know what's so crazy, bro? When I saw you coming in the Uber today, and you sent me your location, I was like, oh yeah, that's right. He grew up in New York. What did you? Because New York people don't know how to. Oh, I think because I was like 7 minutes late. Yeah. I'm learning how to drive soon. I met actually someone who's a professional race car driver. He's gonna teach me how to drive on a Lambo. I think. Not that. On a racetrack, so I'm only gonna know how to make left turns. Can you imagine if you learn how to drive in a car like that? Is that cool though? That's like great content. But then it would suck when you have to get your own car. I think I'm gonna get a Lotus. My friend suggested a Lotus. Are you Lambo rich yet? No. I think I can't pull off a Lambo, or else it looks like a midlife crisis, don't you think? Or small D into. Yeah, that is a problem I had. It's like a thimble. I just found out 3 weeks ago I can actually fit into a Lamborghini. Why is that a surprise? Because they look so small. I was like, there's no way I'm able to get those. You're not that big. No, I'm not. Tony makes it seem like I'm 800 pounds. But I'm only like 368. I'm only 600. I'm not Walter Hudson yet. I'm like the size of an NFL player with a belly. You're like You're like the Netflix version of Brendan Fraser. Oh, the boats. We're out here on the beautiful Lake Austin, y'all. Yes. Very steep, it. Show on the boat, babe. Look at that city right there. You hear the birds chirping. I don't know how this doesn't relax you. No, it actually gets me anxious. You know what relaxes you? When the helicopter flew over a few minutes ago. Yeah. That was relaxing thing. I don't like outside. This kind of Zen stuff makes me uncomfortable. Really? Yes. Well, I'm getting to know you better, and we've had a few conversations. Yeah. And the conversations that we've had, I can see that because a lot of individuals, they'll tell me that they're like, man, you're so chill. You know what I'm saying? Like off stage, you're so chill. And it makes sense because you're high strung. Yeah. Like you're very high strung. Like, what was it? The first day at Roman's spot in the club, and you had that dude from out down. Yeah, my buddy. Yeah. Yeah, you were like, it's almost like you had cocaine in. Well, in all fairness, you have to appreciate. I'm there at the opening night of Rogan's Club. It's you, it's Tony, it's Kim Dillon, it's Ron White. Florentine was there, right? It's Rogan and Roseanne Barr. And I'm sitting there. I shouldn't be that rude. I'm not a comedian, right? So I very much was like, this is the clueless. And you had the great, great privilege of being the first person before Rogan's Club ever. So for me to be in that room, it wasn't that I'm high strung. It's like I was very aware that this is the coolest place on earth at this moment right now. And I somehow got my ass in here. So to kind of be very in the moment and be like, holy shit, this is in the historic. Yeah. After that, sometimes you feel like you shouldn't. Well, I shouldn't because I wasn't a comedian. You know what I mean? Yeah, but I first met you at the Vulcan. Yeah, that's where we met. We went backstage, but still, that's different than opening night at Rogan's Club. You have all these big shots. You're in the circle. Yeah, I know, but it's still, I'm still. Yeah, it's still amazing that I am. The good thing about Rogan, man, he appreciates good people. Yeah, it's that's why
it's easy for me to befriend people like you when I meet them at local, because it's like, he's the one person who has to deal with his P's and Q's all the time.
Yeah.
So it's like, if I meet you around Rogan, I already got a certain type of respect.
Yes, that's true. He surrounds himself. He doesn't suffer gladly. He surrounds himself with people, interesting people. That's the thing. I keep inviting him to my get-togethers.
But you keep having them when I'm out of town.
The point being, I love that about Austin is that people make it happen, show up, and friends with each other, because it's very different from back home in New York where people were backstabbing and like looking over each other's shoulder.
I still live in Austin more than Leon.
Oh my God! I have a job house here. It's crazy. I'm so happy. And the thing is, people keep coming through. I put them up in my guest room. My friend Bridget Fedesi, you know her?
Who?
Bridget Fedesi. She's a podcaster. She's been on Rogan several times. So she's moving here. Her husband just stayed with me 3 days. He left this morning to check out their house that they just bought in Georgetown. So,
oh wow,
to be able to be a host and have space and they're not bothering me to have it's just so great. Like, I'm just so happy here. And I don't miss New York I miss what they did to New York. Nostalgia from the New York that is dead now.
Bro, every time I go back to New York, it gets weirder and weirder.
Yeah, this is not my house kind of thing. Yeah, like, what happened? Like,
the only consistent thing about New York is how dangerous the subways are.
Gotten worse?
They're horrible.
It's gotten worse.
When I was in New York, I think I spent because I'm like, man, I'm too far along in my career to be a victim of a damn subway attack.
Yeah.
So I rented a car and I rented a house in Jersey.
Okay.
But it was like $130 a day to park.
Oh.
Yeah, because I would have shows like in Carolinas, and then I got to go to the stand, then I got to go to the cellar, and then I got to go to.
Oh, that's the Lover. Yeah, you're a Lover.
Yeah, it's like I'm paying to park at Carolinas was like $60.
Because that's the tourist, Times Square. Is it closing down? Is that true?
Yeah, it's closing down.
Oh,
bro,
God,
have you not heard of Uber?
It's really.
What the fuck?
I think it's something brand, not crazy lady, but something that is not Canadian at all. I think it's like a jury or something.
You're gonna pay for a car and all that.
Really?
Parking.
Yeah, it's some lady bought it. I
drive in Manhattan.
Yeah, it's right next to what's the famous cheesecake place? That Betty made us walk hella far to get.
The Juniors. Is that Juniors?
Juniors right next.
But Juniors is in Brooklyn. That's the real Juniors.
Right, but they got a Juniors right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very touristy when you go next door and buy a t-shirt.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
What age were you when you moved to New York?
1.5.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, subs were
Russian?
Yeah, it's my first language.
Nice. So your parents continued the tradition.
What do you mean?
My dad and my grandparents are Cuban.
Oh, wow.
And when my grandmother came to the States, she refused to speak Spanish. But I'm an American now.
Yeah, I don't know about I don't think it's that we do speak Russian to each other, but it's very much, it's not like, people always ask me about Ukraine, and it's like, I left there when I was 1.5, and I don't have any kind of solid, we didn't lead as we loved it,
right?
So I have some solidarity, and we spoke Russian, so it's not like I have some big solidarity or something like, just because you're born there, you're not given any down below it, or all the Ukrainian Russian history. It's a very complicated situation. I don't feel like being given anywhere near to all the information of what's going on there. So when people I don't really have a good opinion. My only concern is the safety of the Ukrainian people and the Russian people. People are it's just like, we are just so told that you have to have an opinion on every issue, even if I don't know what the hell you're talking about. And it's like, I don't care. I care in that I don't want people to die or be hurt, but I don't think there's an easy answer that I can give you that's going to be insightful in any way.
Oh no, that's it's like
you don't have any inside Cuban politics. Like, you're against the regime, but it's not like you have a.
Don't ask me, Randy. Don't ask me about it. I don't have an opinion on that thing. Only thing I do love about Cuba, and I don't know if Russia is the same, because we only get to see what they put on the news, and I've never traveled to Russia. But in Cuba, even if you're broke or you're gonna have a place to lay your head and boot.
I don't know if it's like that in Russia or Ukraine, but it's not this kind of, it's weird. It might be similar to Cuba in that, it's very outsider versus insider. So once you're part of a friend group, you guys really look out for each other. But if you're bringing someone to my house, who is this person? It's very kind of low trust society in that regard.
So are all Russians pretty cut?
Yes. You know Dan Soder's bit?
Yeah.
Where he talks about how Russians are the scariest white people.
Yes.
And you would know by looking at me, but it's true. There's a ruthlessness to the Russian psyche.
Wrestling bear is better than that.
No,
What's it like, Khabib?
Who?
Khabib.
Who's that?
The UFC fight.
He was wrestling. He was a wrestling bear.
Yes, he was. Isn't he from Russia?
You don't wrestle bears. What? Really? How are you gonna wrestle? A bear will kill you.
Bro, he was wrestling a baby bear.
Oh, a baby bear. Okay, okay.
I was about to say, what's my phone?
Okay, because the bear's like is 800 pounds at least, and he will eat you in 2 seconds and have no remorse. Yeah, no worries.
Fucking H. There's gonna be a rookie. Trying to call it before. There's gonna be a rookie. There's gonna be another 5-figure paycheck.
I think it's something that daddy wants.
Yeah, right. Come on, man. I'm out there.
He's not 5 figures, 5. How many 5 figures? I'll tell you, I guess. Just thinking about that. I know. I understand what 5 figures is. Just that's the 5 figures. That should be like album.
I think my first album is gonna be. I haven't dropped the album yet, but I'm gonna record a Broadway special. And I think I'm gonna name my first album The Black Redman.
Oh, I like that.
So think of the shit I like to do.
I like that a lot, you know? Yes, I think that's a great name.
You gonna let me on your podcast stuff?
Like,
a lot of people ask me all the time, like, when are you gonna be on a road? When are you gonna be on a road? When are you gonna be on this? I don't want to ask my friends to be on this podcast until there's something I want to control.
and also, they know who you are. Yeah. They know you're around. It happens organically.
Yeah, it's just like,
You don't have to be that guy who's like, hey Joe,
when I like, bro, you go on a podcast and shit, you're like, bro, you know what I'm saying? So you go, you don't have something to promote, and then you have a shitty podcast, thing, that's what I'm gonna give them that, hey, you just wasted what could have, right? So I'm never in a hurry to do it.
I think that's a much smarter approach. And it's also funny because a lot of times, I'm sure you get this too probably, people are like, just stop another right here. People are like, oh, can you get this person on, that person on? I'm like, I can't recommend someone to Joe, and I'm saying this about you because obviously you don't have to do this, but if I don't know that this person can sit and talk for 2 or 3 hours straight with him, I can't recommend something good faith. It's different to be like, hey, you should check out this book, or you should check out this person, but like, to say that, Joe, this person's good for 3 hours, I better know what the hell I'm talking about. And that's something everyone can do.
Right. That's like you want to ask them if they have a life-changing product or that they have
It's not a commercial.
the best story. You married?
No.
You never mind?
That's what's about that. Awesome. And you sit there and I don't know. You think how long have you been in Austin now?
So officially 6 months.
That's it, huh?
7 months, something like that. But I'm kind of saying, my first investment out there.
This should have been in October.
I didn't come to the office and I had a short-term lease. Because I was one of those people, I thought I would never do this.
I was saying, I thought I heard New York.
Yeah, so the moment LA opened back up, I moved back to LA. And then I went and I still didn't hear about it.
Yeah.
And then it was like last May or June. You know, like, because really we had to talk about the film for a while, right? And then soon, like, break ground or to like a foundation or something, I feel like it's just a story. You know what I'm saying? We have been talking about this thing that wasn't tangible yet. So I'm like, I don't want to. And it's not saying I don't believe women, but it's like now you keep trying to fight everything. Right. But he got it already. You know what I'm saying? I'm still trying to get it. So it was like when he started building on the club and he took me there, I got to see. And I just started looking and assessing
Then after I go flying around that way outside, okay, you want me to give you right out now? I can't win them. I don't like this. They're so cold, you might have them. Okay, enjoy it. I won't do it. You look like the type of guy who's just there for a girl. Just that's important. You've never had that happen. For your parents, you've never had that happen. Bad never seen that happen. You haven't had that happen. There's I ain't gonna tell that. Nah. Gotta get me in trouble. More trouble. Yeah, more trouble. I'm always in trouble. Are you in trouble? Are you a troublemaker? Yeah, I'm a professional trouble. Are you kidding? You are, bro. I love it. It's fun. It's fun getting so upset so easily. I remember when we first met, and you were like, oh, you're a Republican. Conservative, right? And I was like, yeah, what are you? You were like, I'm far right. No, I'm an anarchist. Yeah. You're like, I'm far right of that. Well, to the sense of that you guys are for small government, not for abolishing government. So what happens when you abolish government? You have peaceful communities and people get along voluntarily and whatever. Run by no one. Who's running this podcast? Right. So if you're in my house, I'm running the show. If you go to a store, the store's running it. If you go to a bar, the bar's running it. I don't think you want that. I do want that. I mean, you see how black people act on North Florida and too? Well, because the government keeps the level of the credit cards. What I'm saying is that if you look at Kyle Rittenhouse, the only person who tried to protect property got charged with a life sentence. Yeah, but the point is to put Rittenhouse and arrested. You only took the top cover for it. The fucking cop, while all this shit's going on, the cops are sitting in my hand, the burning them out, they're all dead, the cops are dead enough. And when cops are trying to kill him, people were trying to get him, and he goes to the cops to surrender, they fucking kill him. And that's not defensive. They're going to go for a corner. No, what? In the corner? Is it up out in or he's back? He's literally for a corner. That's what for a whole time, so long. I don't know. You want to see the I didn't realize. What's it called? I can't speak. It's called I can't believe. It's really to the corner. He's got a corner. Like a big floor in the bedroom. I promise you, go home today, go to X-Video and start there. I am not going to start looking for your appointments because once people knows I'm looking for that, they're fucking over for my phone's going to get these coupons for shit. I'm like, what the fuck? Coupons for new parts. So how do you think we start by abolishing the government? Well, I think the first step is to get people to recognize that it's not a good thing. And I think the one class is trying to control in a culture a lot of other stuff. So we've done more. Well, you have private security, just like you have now. You have more security, but you have security instead of in your house. You have a doorman, you have a building, you have the housing complex, you have security there. So right now, something in your house, you got to there's that line about how right now it's crazy to allow the government to protect you. The government's job is to make sure you're not protected. So they have to all right. Good. So how do you establish that? Who trains these security guards? I mean, we have right now, to have the ex-military, even in Austin, it's a very blue city in red Texas. We're not a man right now to be able to do security guards in whatever we can. Texas government is still a yeah. When people yell, you also argue with Texas. Because they yell at me about a Twitter, but I have a gun in my house. This is not San Francisco. They still care. Well, even if they don't, they're still not in a position to make it like San Francisco is. Like, we got rid of Tent City. This was a thing here. Austin put a program. Yeah, there was a government. I think it's different because Austin is the state capital. So the governor is here. So he's in a position to be like, look, I'm in a wheelchair. I'm not fucking around and getting robbed or whatever like that. This is the one that you can't get to. You know, when I first... Oh, no, hold on. You know that the Cawthorn is? He's a congressman. He's also in a wheelchair.
And I was on Rogan, and I was talking about how he skips leg day, and Joe didn't pick up on it. And he made a video yelling at me. He's like, yeah, but I challenged him hard. And he's pretty jacked, so I can slide that off. Yeah. No. Legs does, though.
Legs, bro. When I first met him, because I watched this film, like, I didn't realize he was that shit.
He does go to you know,
I didn't know Tall Russian.
I always have that fucking shit. It's bad enough to go. You don't fool anything. I was bad because my dad was an expert swimmer, so he always tried to get me to swim inside or that even more. Yes, sir. Mom is just moved to Florida, the Brooklyn Swells. I have a sister, she's also a local doctor.
Bro.
She's a light on you. She's born in 1990, so she's got 30 years of special pilot. My sister's more sense of humor like I do. So she sent me photos. She's like, look, it's just like you after doing that test.
This game's fucking hard.
Like in Russia, there's no medium. All the way time or ugly.
Well, it's kind of like Asian ladies, right? Like you're in the sports and overnight they become this little hobbit.
I used to do a joke about that. I used to say Asian girls age like a family. I ranked myself for that Asian hatred. They do, bro. Because I was like, man, I had sex with this one Asian girl. She came in my room. She was so young, and by the time she left, she was with the Miyagi. Oh, the Asian girl was like, damn.
Yeah, but at least you don't have any flies in your house anymore because she's catching
Asian? Wow. You know what that is?
No.
I've been in what was that girl? A Malaysian, there's some Filipinos, and a Korean.
Okay. Korean almost had an attitude. No. She was nice. Really? Was she raised here?
Raised in Korea. She didn't even know that she was Korean. Showing me to come. This is how oblivious she was to everything. She's like, bro, she's like, come to Korea, we have a lot of fried chicken.
But I gotta tell you, I've never had Asian fried chicken.
It's amazing.
Korean fried chicken is light, and it's just now everyone. If you were in a Japanese restaurant and fried chicken's on the menu,
they fried, of course.
Is that what it is? I know what the trick is, but it's very different, and it's also superb. You know, it's gross out.
It's like eating a Cheeto puff.
Yeah. It's really well done.
But I don't know how they established that. Like how, out of all the Asians, Koreans are supposed to be like the creme de la creme.
Yes.
The Filipino girls, they're very domestic. They take care of it.
So they're used as this is a trick. Like in the Middle East, also they import them and they take their passport. They make them slaves.
Well, we go deep sea fishing, right?
You can do that. I think I would. Like if you're going for like marlin and stuff, or tarpon.
Whatever, because tarpon.
Whoa.
Well, gotta go get the tarpon, but tarpon is more interesting.
They fight hard.
Yeah, they're beautiful.
It's cool. What about peacock bass?
I think you have so we have some oh, they I mean, that's what? So much of it. They introduced them, but they're going to be invasive. I think they get you. They're going to get yard long, right?
Yeah. But no, they're not invasive. Cichlids are invasive.
I think a peacock cichlid.
Cichlids are invasive.
Yeah.
But I think the peacock bass isn't all. I think it is officially like a cichlid.
There's something called a peacock cichlid that gets yard long.
I catch a lot of yard.
You know, in aquariums, they have certain kinds of variations. So they have the platinum ones that are just all silvery, and they have the jet blacklist, your melanin stick. Beautiful.
Is it what college?
Yeah.
What college?
Bucknell. Central Pennsylvania.
What's it study?
I was a business major.
We all use that now.
Well, I used it to get my career off the ground. Yeah.
What did you do at first?
I was in tech support at my pending consultant.
Told you all hell you sold.
No, I did good at it.
Probably
Yeah, I was the best one on my team.
I got mad at that.
Because here's the trick: if you're doing tech support, the person at the end of the phone, what I realized, and everyone else is too stupid. What I realized is the person at the end of the phone doesn't really want an answer. They just want to know someone to take care of it. You call them freaking out, and someone's like, "I got this. Don't worry about it." They don't care. The doctor's not going to see this before. You need to know what it is. Just someone knows what they're talking about. I don't have to worry. So once you have that trick, you're not even a trick. You're set. Right, and also just knowing enough about these different programs that like if I can't figure out stuff on the spot, I'm sure 10 minutes of research, I'll be able to solve it.
You know how she is?
Especially now, my country stuff out there, these files, whatever.
That's like hours.
Yeah, and to see them go through that is just awful. Man. Yeah, like it's much better now. They got it under control, but like being on the phone for all the time, the operation, I got it.
Yeah, I did a journal in college was told, bro, it was too much for me at that age.
What was history?
She was like, had diarrhea all the time.
It's different now. It's a lot. They threw a lot of resources at it. Now they actually try to patient that work. But it used to be like, if we were like 30 years ago, you're straight to like a shit bag. So that with that quality of life, and now thank God they have techniques in place to manage your diet. It's just kind of like having like diabetes, which sucks, but it's not. Yeah. Okay, it's fun. I don't know. I can't have like ice cream and cookies and stuff. It's not just things more. I know. But now they've got like you go to Whole Foods, they've got things like a monk fruit, sweetener.
So what does it for him, the dairy or the sugar?
I don't know that they. I think it's sugar. Oh yeah. I don't think the dairy helps either. Bro, all of us do not those drugs are out. But there's not that color that you would shit blood. But I mean that's you have that first time. I was supposed to see your kid's big blood. That's not hard. She was a complete mess. So was I. I wasn't even there. And this is my nephew and my own kid. You know what I mean? So shout out to all the parents who are having to visit our beach storm for the shit.
Shout out to parents. I'm quite I think it's a very good thing.
No. All right, see you later. Back to us. We got two kids, right? I want like 3 more. When I had 3 more, I want to see more. That's just good. I don't want no more kids. I want to see situations. Is it 2 different things? Of course, black. You already know, bro. So that's the Sabbath. I'm surprised.
Yeah, I got 2, man.
Do they get along with each other?
Now.
Okay.
Now, but not at first. Because when my brother was like 1, I was dating my youngest brother. Yeah, so I was. She's like, she's breaking up our family. Ain't no problem. It's all about.
You got all ratchet with them.
Man, that's how girls. That's it.
Your accent changed completely, so they know you're serious.
Yeah, that's how they rationalize it. So this girl is breaking up our family. No, I love you.
Yeah.
That's big difference. No. These guys, right, dog. Ain't nobody gonna win $20.
Can't be real. Girls lose time.
We're just looking $20.
I'll give you $20. I can stop doing this bullshit for 45. So it's your point on there.
See how peaceful they're talking.
I was going back to doing this, but that's nothing for me. I like to feel like a chewy. I don't think I got it home. By the way,
I ain't sending a couple of bones and a fucking trash can by you. The boy that Florida raised in Georgia.
Oh, okay.
So this is it for me, so
It's amazing. To me, this is like staring at a TV that's turned off. It's like, what am I looking at?
Right. No. No.
It is.
Okay. I can understand. Because when I moved to LA, at first I lived in the valley, and then I moved downtown. Right? And when I had my kids, I moved out of downtown and just over the area.
No, yeah.
We walking around with
For sure.
So I moved back to the valley. When I moved to the valley, it was hard for me to sleep without him.
Exactly. Yes. Exactly.
Home city, son?
Yes.
Yeah. And now that I'm in Austin, I moved back downtown. I'm like, this is horrible.
When things are quiet, I feel something's wrong. It's just about to come on.
I had
Oh, you had to get that.
I was pretty funny about it.
Oh.
I was pretty good about it.
They mortgage that up anyway. Extra fucking line.
It's not the headphones. I'm like, this is in my car.
Okay. I'll give it that guy.
So, let's get better now. I started getting treated. Wow.
Okay. Wow, that's cool. That should be treated. I didn't.
So I've been going to get the, because I've always had ear problems, like a lot of ear infections.
Oh, I'd have to put more stuff. They hate it, like it physically, it's like almost worse than a migraine. Yes.
So I get a lot of the ear washing.
Yeah.
And I have these drops, and that helps. But yeah, I can't sit inside. Well, I hear that.
Oh, that's okay. You know,
like slept.
Yeah. It's like torture after a while. Sure.
You just get
used to it.
Used to it. I'm out of my life because I'm loud stuff. But that's what I get. So I always get this is so cool. Yeah, you were old though. I'm old, man. Old was the other.
That's no Victoria. It's Metallica. Yes. Fucking old spike. Fuck out of here.
That's all that's a Hilton hostess and hotel lotion. Old Spice is nice. Oh, what do you call it again? It's called what?
That's luck shit. It's just a fragrance I wear.
What am I? You wear a labo? You wear a labo?
Okay, you want to hear the whole Lavo speech? Yes. Okay, I'll never Lavo. I'm impressed that you know Lavo. So, here's the thing.
My Rolodex of women is international.
Okay. So, you have this is what my hobby is. Okay. So, you got the stuff you bought. When guys, yeah, a lot of guys hate correct, right?
A lot of guys hate it?
Yeah, because they think it's like, I'm fucking old. Here's why you're wrong. No, you hear me out, you'll agree with that shit. Because they think polo sport, and they think dollar, they think act, they think this shit gets them all. So that is its own ecosystem, and that is unacceptable. Then you get into niche cologne. So that's going to be the very few stores to talk about. I don't know about that, but hold on. The most popular of the niche cologne is Lavabo. So that means you're not basic, but you're next door to it. So once you go into this rabbit hole, there's so many consumers that they really amazing cool stuff. And I'll probably took you to one of these stores. Because the niche cologne doesn't smell like cologne. It's more like a hype version of yourself. You want to smell like, oh, it smells good, not just smell like you're wearing cologne. It's a very different. It's in the clothes. You look distinguished or you put that guy concert on. I will buy mine. I will buy mine. Okay, yeah. But what would you do with the great? Broccoli not out of there. Okay. Well, Bulgarian black.
How is this one? Right? No,
I think that's about it. This is the episode sponsored by Bulgaria. You know,
that's important. What story right there? You want to know?
Yeah, so this is down to kind of other events because they got some cool stuff. If you want to go to luckyset.com. Yes, I'm familiar with that, yes.
And I'm back on. That smells fine.
But they were just still too mainstream.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So let me go cologne.
That's a video.
You will go to LA. There's Lucky Set. There's not one here. And New York has one. Yeah, luckyset.com. But they also have 2 stores in LA. And they've got all the niche cologne. And there's a lot of amazing stuff.
I just got this new one. It was called a BB.
Yes, I've heard of that. Okay, so I've been after that. But at least they're trying to do something different. It's cool. It's not going to smell like Polo Sport. When you should smell Polo Sport, people say they don't like cologne because you got everyone call it the first that's Polo Sport. So, I was told this. I even told this cologne was why the yeah, I think that's good. I think a good cologne is when people don't notice it during the walk, they think you smell good. And it's puts you to me, a good scent is something that puts you to feel like you're ready to go to like you interview or perfect zone. No, I don't. No. Oh, my friend who I got into fragrance. She never wore fragrance. Because then I was like, no. She ordered 20 things, so like you said, try out 20 samples, and then once she settled on the dinner, that's awesome. It's amazing, but it doesn't smell like it's light. It just adds exact. I know exactly what you're saying. It does not nail it. That's the exact fragrance.
There's somebody had on Polo who smelled it for $100 a
and you smell like a douche.
You smell like air freshener.
Yes, yeah. It's like you don't smell sophisticated. You don't smell like a good version of yourself. You smell like when you try to think like sweet classic. We got silver water or something. I got a good person of that. This is the one that I'm like, my bro. Okay, so you know exactly what you're talking about. So you gotta go with him. You don't know this thing know what's going on. A lot in the last 10 years. So you know this? Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. White people want to smell sophisticated. You only need to
I get out of the shower, I put on my powder for a while.
I smell like Cary Grant now.
Yo, you know, that vodka ride room is real kind of like
yeah. It's got that kind of pheromone thing going. When you step up the whole thing from the cup up. The chloroform.
You want to take the dress keep up?
No.
Oh, you better.
Well, I mean, not the one I'm wearing.
I give my choice.
No. You think I'm gonna wear it as a tip?
You might fly away with the jet ski, bro.
Because then my parents try so weird. I never know a good thing.
Well, it looks like nobody wanted to bet the thing to take me, bro.
That's like Mike Tyson, like I'm gonna fucking pretty rough it. Is that a new
Well, this is my first time fishing this spot. Okay. So if I would have came here like, I mean, property for us, for that tree.
Okay.
They like to pay $16.
I didn't pay for this house.
Yeah, over and down France, they X amount of dollars, and it's like, what is that? 40 yards?
Yeah, it's not cheap.
From that tree to that tree, so it's like
You're paying for the view and for the real estate.
I mean, that's what I hear, bro. But it's like, for a girl out here,
Well, shelter the water.
now that shit, your type of girl, oh my gosh, shut up. She won't drive, it's on like 2 feet right now.
It's shallow, yeah. Is this a natural, like,
yeah, this thing's from Colorado River.
okay.
So,
Because they really developed the shore, obviously.
yeah, that part is tricky to me, because I know that they dam a part of this place up to create Lake Travis. So my question is, when the water is elevated, how does...
Right, like what is Olympic before?
They want to capture it. Because I think Travis, the water's down 40 feet. I was down there. It's so crazy because like we're in a boat and you can see like it's a mountain like that but without trees.
Yeah.
And you can see like where the water is at. Damn, it's supposed to be cold down here. Insane, man. Thanks. Nobody wants $20, but Michael will give me $20 just to call.
I give $20 for right back to civilization.
Oh my God, you're so stupid. Alright, bro. Get out.
Flint and Zin.
I'll give it a shot. I'll do some lines and Zin this weekend.
I might just do bumps.
Just start doing lines and Zin.
I might start doing key bumps. Just reach in. Like,
Yeah, it's a way to like nicotine gum for coke.
Yeah.
Snorting Zin.
Dude, if you were in a business meeting, you started snorting tobacco.
Oh yeah.
Watch, like, excuse me. Your system came in with like, you ever see those like those horns? They pack them up with tobacco and go blow it up your nose.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that was
sure what that was. Look, dude. Let's just get right into it.
You want to get hard?
Look, man. I've gone through PR disasters. None like this. None like this. Absolute PR disaster.
This is a nightmare, dude.
Oh my god.
We've had like a 72-hour war.
And the dudes broke at the worst possible time.
I know.
Alright, so for those of you who are unfamiliar,
yes,
I promised Billy that I was going to go take all of that stuff. And I made it very clear that I did not trust anybody there to take all them and myself. Now, will I say that backwards in my decision? Yes. Slightly. I had no idea what paintballing was. When I got there, I realized that this had never been the case. However, this is a tough thing. I'm going to take it down. I had no idea how important it was to everybody.
I had no idea how important it was to me.
Yeah, I called back. I got on Reddit the next morning and called back. I was like, dude, I'm so sorry. I had got let down. He was like, no, don't let it out. Then I called Squad. I was like, dude, am I gay? So yes, guys, get ready for it to affect me. They hurt my fucking feelings.
That was funny. I was driving home. Well, first of all, the whole weekend has to be recounted to give it proper.
I do believe
this was somewhat of a framing device.
I do have a decent alibi. My Friday was a very strong alibi.
Well, first of all, start with the penis you saw. You're nasty.
Dude, I had.
You should put a tinfoil blanket around yourself.
I had nothing but trauma this weekend.
You did.
First night we get there. A lot of. Yeah. So I go. Me, Spud, 6.
Tom Sting.
Yeah. We went to the bar. I think Butter, I don't know. Great. That's right. Yeah. Go to the bar. Fuck. We're hanging out. Yeah, we had to get in.
No.
So, I walk in. Spud's peeing in the stall. I walk in the bathroom. I walk in after Spud is already his stream is already.
He was going to go to the urinal, but he chose
to go to the urinal.
For good reason.
The reason was, which I immediately discovered upon entry, was there was a guy at the stall. There was 2 urinals. This guy's dong. I don't know. I mean, it's bigger than this. Seriously, it's all bigger than that water bottle with a tip that was a zip.
And how many ounces? What?
It was a zip size.
How many ounces is that water bottle?
This is a 16.9 fluid ounce.
16 ounces of with a zip top.
With a zip tip, dude. I walked in, caught it. I was walking in straight, caught it over here. I could see it. I could see it from there. Caught it.
That's evolution, by the way. That's not your fault.
Nothing I could do. Caught it once. It jarred me. I responded like a black guy seeing magic there. I immediately ran into the stall with Spud while he was peeing and hugged him. And just went. he was shaking already. His penis already had this fucking like. Oh, dude, I know. I just kind of shook. Yeah, and then I went to the urinal. So
the shaky Spud man too.
Bro, I went and started trying to piss next to this 12 meter.
So you faced my penis.
You ever see those drawings? You ever see those drawings of like a dragon and like a knight? Like so tiny, but that was my penis, dude. Yes, this thing.
So you faced it.
I did. The guy finished, and then Spud was still in there.
I was curious. The guys that think that thing, do they even shake or what?
It was a blur at that point.
Yeah,
it was a blur. I was
just smacks the side of your
dude. So he leaves and
washing his dick in the sink.
Spud didn't know another guy walked in.
Yeah,
because he was still in the stall. Yeah. So this other guy walks in and I'm in there and I was like, dude. Spud was like, yo, you see that guy
dick?
There's another guy. And then I left, and apparently Spud kept talking to that dude.
Oh my god.
So we get back to the table, Spud runs out. He immediately, he Paul Revere's his dick.
Yeah,
he ran out, told everybody. And,
he's also good for talking very loudly about a thing.
Oh, yeah. You know, and we had just drank a couple shots, and we were feeling it. We all sit down, me and Spud, loudly talking about this song for this thing the whole time. Little did we know the guy was just sitting, like, from us to the camera. He was that close. He turned around and looked at us. He was furious.
Was he mad?
Yeah,
dude, I was working with Spud one time. We were in a house, and we're just, we're stripping. This is a long time ago. We're using like not even an acid, a base. We strip old paint. And it's like this shit, like if it gets into your foot, when you start like melting your skin. We're just melting, we're doing all this stuff, scraping it down, and we give it like a weird sludge. And we're in someone's house, and he's just like going on. I forget exactly what he was talking about, but it was like off the wall. Like, it was just some like crazy porn stuff, and like he's just like, and then he's going on full speed about like it might. I'm not slurring him, but it would be like if I was in your parents' house talking about like M to F, F to M, like trans, like just being like as loud as I possibly could, like, and I stopped. I'm like, dude, I think they can hear you. And he's like, so what? Look what we're working with. Who the fuck do you think works with this stuff? They know the deal. Alright, I guess. That's true. He's like, we're using a corrosive base on whole paint. Who do they think does it?
he's the funniest. Easily. Even Bradley gets chill. Oh, dude. I'll talk to him on the phone. You don't have to see his face on the phone. Really? When you see his face, he's got a stare that he's not looking at you. The second day, I was like, are we good? Like, are you mad at me? He's like, yeah.
Dude, I worked with him every day for like 15 hours time frame. Honestly,
yeah.
So funny. I picked up my Spud Man daily. Just go out and talk to him. So fucking fun. He's the funniest.
So we go to the bar. We talked to him for a while.
The dude's been stuck. You guys blew his stuff.
He was upset.
He was pissed.
Yeah, because he heard me saying it's bad.
Oh, you said it was porn.
I think it was a problem. I think it was a medical issue. There's no explanation other than that.
So he heard you saying his huge dick was deformed while he was trying to do himself at Shenanigans Club.
He used his that shenanigans to get his last drink that night in.
About to take him his big dick home.
Then we all went back to the place. The non-drinkers were chilling. They were like, all right, it's bedtime, we got a big day tomorrow.
Yeah.
And then me and the boys decided to go to the Rolling Club. The Pleasure Dome. Up to 4 a.m. Pleasure Dome.
Yeah, someone hit me with the opportunity to go. 1:45. I was like,
I suggested against you go.
I had a hard day of that.
Once they find out you're bad, in fact, they did with one guy. He either fell with a guy on stage.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have changed. It was embarrassing. It would have been cheating at that
Oh
point.
my God, I would. There's nothing I would fear more than getting brought onto a stripper stage.
Oh my God. Yeah, I don't know.
I find that bothers me. It's always bothered me. Yeah, I would never ever.
I think
I've seen other people do that, but I feel bad.
So I was at, I think it was bachelor party just like we slipped up like a couple of times to be like the fuck out of me. I don't know if you ever gave like a no intravenous drug for an extra 50.
Yeah.
I mean, these girls, a lot of them like to spend money on drugs. You hit them with an extra 50, like, yo, there's another 50 after that if you fucking beat the shit out of them. Dude, it was like fucked up what they did. They just beat the fuck out of it. Like, dude, hit them in the nuts and shit. It was fucked up. It was fucked up.
It's, so we get there. This was my favorite part. So it's me, Utterly Rainy, Deezer, Spark.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you want to name somebody? Yeah, I don't know why I'm naming everybody. So it was just you. It was just myself. And, dude, I balled out. I was very excited. I got $200 at once. They give you those 2 stacks. So I was seriously like going. Then the stripper comes in. They saw it. School. They're sitting there. All me and Spud are sitting next to each other in the stripper's bubble. Right here. I fucking pied Spud. I'm back of the head. It was fun. Yeah, he got it. It was the grossest blood I've ever seen. I would have been so mad. Yeah, it was a disgusting stripper ass.
How would you
put it up?
What? in?
Yeah. Like, enough that I had to, like, point it out to Rainey. I was like, did you see that? They all have plugs in.
Oh, wow. Do you think that's to keep it?
I've never seen that.
That's hilarious. That's the reaction.
Yeah. He was sober, too. He was sober.
Interesting.
It was BYOB, so all we had like one
Was
more.
it like a sanitary thing? Just in case they sharded?
I have no idea what it was.
Coke's come with laxative a lot of times, so
Right.
that might just be a prevention. It might be a COVID prevention.
How dare you assume that these sex workers do narcotics?
A lot, dude. I'm doing.
I mean, they all get pied. They get moon pied about it.
He got against the plug?
He must have hit his face on the plug.
On the plug?
Yeah, I actually think he hit tailbone. I think he went like forehead to tailbone on this thing.
Perfect.
But yeah, it was. What a great night. I would leave, because then you had to stop drinking.
Yeah.
So we all had to chug our White Claws as fast as possible.
Out of the parking lot.
And then I would go out to the parking lot to chug a White Claw as fast as I could.
Bees was out there,
come
too.
back and get
Bees made friends. He was outside slugging Hennessy.
Parking lot, dude. He was out there just, yeah.
Holding down.
Was something.
He was outside slugging Hennessy with like 2 30-year-old lefties.
Yeah.
They're like, take this. And it's like, I don't think they understood who they gave the alcohol to. Bees are probably just absolutely getting behind her.
Yeah, they want to just gay shit. Just chug that.
They probably thought they were going to pump the bees, but here, drink this.
Yeah.
Bees grabbed the H-Rock, dude. They passed Bees the H-Rock, dude. They probably just drained it.
Bees put in work on Fridays.
Yeah,
and something happens when a bee takes Molly. His face turns like it's like totally pale. It's the craziest thing. You won't see him for like like an hour, but all of a sudden he's gonna walk back in with like headphones in and be like, yo. And his face is just, he looks gray. He's like, yo, what's up? It's like, oh my god, dude.
I mean, he might be like the patron saint of Broski.
He's dying. Dude, bro. So,
and he was so fucking funny on me.
Oh my god, dude.
Well, it's so funny how he gets so pleasant on Molly, too. I mean, he's not like a dickhead by any means. When he's drunk, he gets kind of fired up.
Yeah.
But Molly, he's like, hey, what's up,
he's very
man?
chill.
Yo, what's up, dude?
Yeah.
It's not like a dick.
No, but he's still smashed. So, I'm not going to name names. True, but I'll be honest. Yeah. I got back on Friday night. Somebody was like, yo, I have DMT. Yes. Now, at this point, I am very drunk. I should have never done that.
It was what, 4:30?
Yeah, it's about 4 a.m.
Yeah.
And that was when we decided to rip as much DMT as possible. As if it was weed. Just kept passing.
3-man rotation.
Dude, it was... I think because of all the alcohol and stuff, I didn't blast on as hard. But it was like... I felt bad. I felt like I was doing... I was doing hard drugs and shit. Like, I was like, this is what I'm doing.
Well, you were doing DMT like hard. You guys smoked it like crack.
Yeah.
Someone was telling me that you guys would all rip it once and then party for like 4 minutes.
For like 5 minutes, really.
And then go back.
It would wear off. It was like, all right, we should chill. So you guys like, all right, let's do one more. Like, all right, I'm good. And one guy, I'm not going to name names.
Obviously,
he was like, yeah, give me that. And he just ripped it.
The theories are confirmed.
It's weird. He's like, I've never done that stuff.
We have one friend we suspected of being a DMT addict, dude.
I've never seen anything like it. I've never seen anything like it.
It's a gremlin.
He gremlined out.
It is what it is.
And spaz, dude. He spazzed all DMT. He's like, get the fuck out of the way. Yeah, so, now I don't want to make an excuse.
Sure.
But that led me to...
solid, dude.
I woke up...
Strip club,
strip club.
Lots of alcohol,
DMT. Until about 5
in the morning.
5, maybe 6.
About 9. Everyone else was milling around about 9 o'clock in the morning.
9 a.m. I started hearing people. I didn't wake up until somebody knocked on my door at like 11:30. And they're like, we gotta go. Yeah. And I was just like, yeah, 0 chance. I tried, dude. I sat there for a minute and I was like, all right, I can do this. And then I was like, actually, I was like, this is gonna be half hour. Let's go ahead. And I got there like maybe an hour late. I had no idea how long. I had no idea how long that would take.
You were also an hour late too. Like if we had started that time, it would have started to kind of get fucked up.
Yeah.
Because it closed at 5, so we had the 2.5 hours seemed like.
It was war, dude. Yeah, I saw it. It was warm. That was crazy. I've never seen paintball.
Dude,
that was
fucking nuts.
Yeah.
First of all, so you were recovered, dude. You had dysentery. You caught dysentery at the camp.
I did at the camp. Yeah, that happens.
Happens.
Dude, it's okay. A horrendous case of DMT-induced dysentery.
So we go out. I don't know, like 2 or so. We got there. We left early. We started rallying everyone around that time, 11:30.
I was there also. Totally sober, awake at the time. I still would have not wanted to do that.
Yeah, it was intense.
When I got there and saw it, the first game, I was like, I got fucked up. This looks awesome. By the third game, I was like, thank Christ. I'm not doing this shit.
I'm gonna find a picture of my back. I'm gonna try to.
Oh my god.
I'm holding for the boys so they can see it's jacked.
Yeah, then you guys all came back like, dude, showing welts and shit.
Like contusions.
What the fuck is this?
That's the back here. That's the back, dude. Are you seeing that? You see that?
Yeah.
Dude, that was what happened. That was the last battle.
You switched teams.
Yeah, so we show up there. The teams were, I don't know what they're, the guys there, by the way, were chill as fuck. They were so cool. But they made these teams, I think it was just the fact that, like, these people came and they were already together, so, we just came. So we show up and it's like, 12 of us. It's like, a good amount of the men in my family, a lot of fucking just animals, dude.
Yeah.
Then, like, obviously we have, like,
dude, how tall is Matt? Like 6'9"?
No, he's 6'5", 6'6".
No, he can't be 6'6".
He's 6'6". He's 6'6".
Really?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, Pat's 6'. So like we had some fucking nasty warriors.
Bohemians.
Yeah, we had some monsters.
Yeah.
And then it just so happens there's like about 11 or 12 of us. Then there's like 12 black dudes that show up. We're on the same team.
Yeah.
Versus, this is just the facts.
Office workers.
Fat lesbians.
Yes.
A couple office workers, tow truck drivers, which I found out. I was like, okay, no fucking mercy.
Yeah.
And then there was a couple of Latino father-son duos. That's what we're doing, dude. There was women and children.
I got there.
Women and children.
I couldn't believe the mismatch.
It was crazy.
The pink team was the exact group you would not want to face. It was cool black dudes and Navy SEALs.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how else to describe it.
I would say, yeah, you could describe our squad pretty accurately, dude.
Versus, yeah, just
like dudes, like there was like pink-haired, fat lesbians, children.
Yeah.
Like obviously there's a couple Latino fathers. They fought hard. They perished in front of me. I fucking.
You executed the Latino. They got to the next.
He was with his son. He's with his son, and I was conflicted. And I said, you get the bullets firing at you. You say, all right.
Yeah, what happened there? You executed a guy in the first game.
Well, no, that was almost the first game. I was storming shelters, so people. This is how nasty we were playing because they were just kind of hiding behind shit. I was going and actively like finding where they're at and hitting them point blank. I'd run up and say surrender, and if they didn't say anything back, I would hit them point blank. I was fucking people up. Dude. Yeah. So I had my boy Del G was laying cover fire. Del G's just he was shooting 6 inches over my head.
Oh,
so anywhere I was standing, there would just be a line of fire coming right over me. So I would run up on people. The first time they blew the whistle, I'm like that, going for it. The ref was right. He's like, no, it's over. I was like, bro, you're fucking lucky. Yeah. The next round, I did the same exact thing, honestly. So I stormed around the perimeter. I cut in on someone, and I was like, dude, surrender. And he went, I just went, bam, shot him in the head. In his mask, obviously. Yeah. He fucking shot me back, first of all, which is bullshit.
You would have.
Wiped it right off.
You would have.
True.
Somebody point blank shot your face.
Well, it was like 5 feet. It was right in front of the ref. Yeah. Right, the ref was like, hey, 10-foot rule. And I was like, I guess that's all. But surrender then? I went right up there to surrender, and he was like, what? And just fucking nailed him. Dude. The rest of that time, then there was like, that was just one part of it. First of all, I was right in pain constantly. I would get hit and just be like, yeah. Because I'm not paying money to go sit on this. You have to make me surrender. I'm not going to get hit. I'm not getting winged to go out of battle. Yeah. Dude, that's just one arm down there. Dude, so at one point I'm sitting there, and I started like Rambo and going off alone a lot. So I see there's,
Yeah, you guys had a whole team. There was probably about 5 of you that were Rambo now.
A lot of us were, yeah.
It was definitely cheating.
Well, again,
there was somebody who was like,
there was one time.
Like, man, we killed those guys. Like, yeah, you guys all cheated.
Dude, I wanted to. You would hit them, and they would go, I'm done. You don't go out and paintball unless you get fucking hit hard.
That's the ref. It's easy.
Exactly. Yeah. I would even argue with the ref. There was a couple times like, where do I paint? I had paint all over me. Where? He'd be like, whatever, dude, just fucking go ahead. Dude, at one point, people would start doing a thing where they'd hold their hands out and shoot, and I would just start shooting. You can eventually line up and aim it so you hit them right in the trigger. Like you hit them right in the hand. took a Latino dad out that way, fucking popped him in the hand like 3 times. He surrendered, and I saw his boy, and I was like, I'm gonna let you live. And he sent a couple my way, and I said, all right. Lit his fucking ass up, and I'm 10 feet, I'm 10 foot rule. But dude, I'm like just absolutely being a jerk, dude. Like just, again, the whole operation was go, lay cover fire, move to another thing. These people were just like sitting there like, I would go and just try to get the angle on them. So I would shoot, they would go down, I would just book it, go to another location, and you'd see them like pop up and look around, and I'd have a direct line on from the side. Let off like 20 shots, dude. And they were just all going, I'm done. Like, it was full surrender. Dude, it was so...
When I got there...
But they switched me.
That place, skirmish, that place is sick.
So fucking sick.
I got there, I was like, holy shit, this is like legit. It was like fucking Call of Duty levels.
Yeah, do you know they reenact D-Day once a year?
Really?
They do a thing where they have, it's like, I don't know if it's thousands of people, but it's hundreds, and they reenact storming Normandy. You can either be the Germans or the...
There's a heavy demand to be the Germans.
The Germans won last year. I watched one of the videos. They won. It's so funny.
A lot of dudes there that...
Still like, who are the Germans? It's like, oh.
Yeah, chill, dude. Yeah, I got there, pulled up, I was hurt, and I heard dudes like screaming in shipping containers.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh my god, thank you. God,
that hung over.
Getting lit up in the shipping container. Like, stop this! Yeah, look, I understand the criticisms.
I mean, dude.
I'm sick of my guns. I'll make that.
It's your life, chance. You're living your life. We needed you as a general back then.
I was supporting the best I could. I was motivating Bill. Bill was fun to watch.
You were firing him up big time.
He was showing off for me. He would run over to where I was standing and do like the silent cross after him. And I would run straight across the town. It's so fun. Oh my god.
Well, when I was on my team, I was like, these things don't even hurt. They weren't really hitting me.
Yeah.
They weren't really hitting me that much. And so they switched our teams. So then they put me on the fat lesbian tow truck driver team with a couple other people. And dude, I felt what I had been doing. I was getting fucking annihilated. Dude, at one point I got hit in the side of the head and like saw stars. And I was just that was the only time I was like, take me out, I'm done.
Yeah.
Take me out, I'll be back in the next game. But dude, there was I got fucked up, man.
Yeah, dudes were getting
I got hit the whole time. My fucking hand, dude. My hand still hurt. I got hit, my trigger finger kept getting flushed. But yeah, so I went on the other team and fully tasted what I had been doing to people. I mean, I still do it again, obviously, in battle, but dude, it was that shit.
I mean, you had to do it.
Then they made me run the gauntlet. Apparently, they were like,
I knew that was coming.
You're the bachelors. They made me run while my whole team fired on me.
Yeah.
And, obviously, they told Wesley to come too. So me and Wesley, I tried to charge and shoot.
Bro, as soon as they were like, who's the best man? I got out of the woods.
Oh, God,
I was like, dude, I'm not coming near this fucking thing.
That hurt me. And then the last game, we were in this thing in Castle. And then our team, combined with the tow truck drivers, the black dudes were on our team. All of us combined, we were playing against each other. Against 2 other squads.
I can see this.
Dude, we stormed this castle, and
that was to the castle one?
Yeah, dude.
Oh, shit.
That was the very end. So
that's the one I wanted to see.
You're in a castle, dude. There's just wall. Someone could be like, talking about getting point blank. You don't know what the fuck's going on. There's like 9 different colors. It was fucked up. So we're storming the castle. We're actually doing really well. And I'm leading the front. I'm fucking, I'm going out, blah, 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 going, gaining territory. All of a sudden, you'll go from thing to thing. All of a sudden, I started you'll see bullets coming one way, and shot fire back.
Yeah.
And they're coming from like 3 or 4 directions. You're going, oh no. Like, I'm in a bad spot. Let me get out of here. So I go, I'm laying. It's like the end of it too. So I was shooting the entire time. So I was trying to use all my pain. So I'm like contra, just I had the S spread, dude. I was just, the whole time I'm even looking at shit. My trigger's going. So I'm like, I'm getting hit. I gotta get the fuck out of here. So I just break to go back to where all my boys were. I'm like, if I zigzag, they won't hit me. Someone must have had a fucking line on me, dude. Because I was running for like 10 straight seconds. Someone hit me. It was like, dunk, dunk, dunk. Every step, I'm like, ow. Got absolutely annihilated.
Yeah,
and then
finally got hit in the back.
That was just after I got hit in the back from doing the other things.
Cowards, that.
Yeah, dude. Big time. And then I keep shooting, then we go back in, and I had already gotten hit directly in the face like 4 times on my visor. So I'm like blended in, I can't see fucking anything. So at this point, I'm just I'm like in the Call of Duty when like the world goes gray. I would see people, and I'm like, I don't know if they're on my team on the top of the castle. I'm just shooting them, like, dude, this is it. Shooting everyone. Rep just turns. He's like, dude, you're fucking out. I'm like, what? He's like, where? Every time, where? And they're like, it's literally you have 4 hits on your face. And I was like, take me out, bro.
Yeah.
I had to walk like this. I just wanted to use up all my bullets.
Yeah.
Yeah. Most fun I've ever had.
Second to last one was Billy and a couple of spawned or somebody. They were all against this side of this shipping container, so I could see them. And the whole time, this shit doesn't hurt. This shit doesn't hurt. Dude, somebody, I think it was Kev, fucking just lit it. It looked like an execution. They were against the wall and just, and they're like, screaming and like high stepping. Dude, yeah, it was fun to watch. It was fun to watch.
Fucking hurts.
Yeah.
I heard the first couple, I'm like, this doesn't even hurt. So I started getting real bold. And they switched teams, and when I switched teams, I started tasting the rat, dude. It was just, this fucking sucks. It was fun. Either way, I had a blast.
Yeah.
I might get into paintball.
You should.
I might, dude.
Yeah.
It's so fun. That was the most fun I've had. That'd be sick.
Yeah.
Are you in competitive paintball? You're sponsored if I'm competitive paintball too.
No, we should.
I want to sponsor myself.
Yeah. Yeah, you should. That, yeah. But yeah, that was fun to watch.
Well, and also fully respect your decision.
Oh, I don't.
That's crazy, Tom.
I've gone past it.
That was funny too, when I was just like, dude, your brain was out of there, the good stuff.
Yeah.
You were unable to produce like reassuring thoughts. You used up all the fluid. Your brain was completely devoid of serotonin.
Oh my god.
You had no serotonin. You have a major PR storm on your hands. You're huge PR. Yeah, dude. I mean, dude, Prince, what was the one? Prince Andrew?
DMs from dudes that were like, you better fucking get all of this, dude. Everyone's fucking pussy. Yeah, dude. We're not going to paintball.
Prince Andrew is probably like,
yeah, fine.
Jesus, finally.
Someone else.
Finally, it catches off of me. That's the guy who was Joe Epstein, right?
I think so.
I think it was Andrew.
It was
Andrew. Bad Andrew.
So, after paintball, we get back.
Yeah.
Fellas arrested us. We start cracking. Start drinking a little. Start having fun. Yeah. We went to another bar. Oh, yeah, we went that way. Right, that, Nick's. Yeah, that was fun. Get back. That's when we start doing drugs.
Yeah. Well, the drinking, first of all, don't downplay it at the bar. We're at the bar, and I'm like sitting there, you know, I'm just sitting there chilling, smoking my weed. So I'm sitting there, I'm observing. I'm seeing people just drinking, like people at that. We were there for what? You guys were there a little longer, but I was watching a couple people who got there, and it was just like a full night's worth of drinking in the span of an hour and a half, easily. Like 9 or 10 drinks. So alcohol had been done. Everyone did alcohol.
Yeah, we did alcohol.
And then you came back.
Yeah, and then we decided to try other drugs.
Yes, sir.
We mild.
Yeah.
A couple of us.
Majority.
And it was great. And it was going very well. But for some reason, the first one I took and a couple people took, they felt like dubs. Yeah, after like an hour and a half. It was like, these aren't working like they usually do. We should take more. Yeah, which we did. And they worked. Yes. And then we were off. And then this is where things on this trip. You guys thought that was a PR nightmare?
Yeah.
It's nothing compared to the trauma I was about to experience.
The mushrooms came out.
Then a giant bag of mushrooms was laid upon the bar.
Yeah. Just laid out.
Yeah, it's like, this is for anybody. And I had already taken quite a lot of coffee at this point. And I decided it was time for me to start eating handfuls of mushrooms. And at first it was great.
Sure.
At first it was wonderful. The trip, switching between the Molly into just hallucinations. Yeah. Seemed great. It was very fun. And then things took incredibly dark turn.
Yeah.
And I couldn't see or hear for several hours.
Yeah. Blacked out.
Or move. Yeah. I did. I did.
Mushrooms will black you out.
Yeah.
Especially that much, you immobilize.
Bro, it was like it started. I think I was still chatting with you when it started.
I had 6 eyes.
Yeah, you had 6 eyes. Everybody had multiple eyes.
People had multiple faces and shit. I was hearing, people were telling me, I was getting the reports from everyone the next day. I'm like, dude, like, I think Spud had like 6 faces. He had like 4 faces. And I was watching people communicate to all that. I just saw that too. It was very fucking cool.
You're lucky. You're lucky.
Yeah,
I know you said yeah.
I have my 5 grammer coming up in a week, basically. So I was like, let me chill.
I should have never done that.
I should have. That's smart you did that.
In hindsight, I'm like, that was cool, but at the time, that was legit the worst thing I've ever experienced.
Dude, I was telling you, man, you went into it like it was literally Cult of Dionysus that just got absolutely stormed by medieval Catholicism. you guys were drinking, you were tamale, and all of a sudden it was just,
It was like, it's time to examine everything.
Yeah.
I must have drunk and want to relive that 1,000 times, like it's brand new every time for 5 hours.
Yeah. Ooh, which is funny too, because that's like a really effective form of That's how you move a thing from your amygdala down to the area where things can have big processes that don't affect your biology.
Yeah, there was some things that apparently were a little more traumatic than others. Everyone thought.
Yeah.
And they came back.
Yeah,
Out of it.
Yeah.
Never told it. Did that happen?
Oh, fuck.
And then a minute later I'd be like, oh, fuck, did that happen? Just over and over again, and then I'd forget about it and keep going. We were sitting out by this fire. Every single thing somebody said, the way my brain was processing it, it felt like they had just said it a minute before. So if you were like, hey, what's up, man? It would have felt like you said it twice.
You pierced the veil.
And I'd just be like, what?
You pierced the space-time continuum.
Dude, I couldn't process one thing. And apparently I was just sitting there by this fire. I was like,
yeah.
And then I'd like look up out of my hat and like, what? Dude, I couldn't move for 5 hours. I was just like, what?
Holy shit.
It was terrible. Then Hans was sitting up that. That's like Hans was sitting. Absolutely.
Yeah.
We are. Then he told me. We sat down. I was like, dude, you're really
He had faltered earlier, and he rebuilt himself.
Yeah.
I was there for him rebuilding himself. I was there with him, and he was faltering. I was chilling out by the fire and speaking to him, and he rebuilt himself back up to his former glory, and then just saw you, and he was just like,
what's wrong with him?
I do think he was trying to help you. He was just awesome. You just regained Hawk powers, dude. You couldn't help not Hawk out.
And those Hawk powers are while you're in the nether realm.
You were in there, you were chilling, and all
One man was to my left, and he was giving me all the support he could. He knew.
Yeah.
See me do a change, dude. What? I can't see. And the one thing talking and yeah, I understand. When I was staring at the fire, it was very cool. But the hallucination was awesome. Yeah,
But it was funny, you went bust out, you went tie-dye, it's Notre Dame. Sweet. You have a Notre Dame shirt for every country.
Yeah, really, dude. But yeah, I finally, all this fast forward, mustered the strength to stand as a guy was going to bed. You know when I did that awesome stuff? Are you actually this time? Like, I must have said it 1,000 times. Yeah, I got to go with that. Yeah. So I go and I lay down. This is where the worst one happened. Yeah, I was laying in bed.
That's a reflex that happens. Eventually you're like, can I just go and case myself?
It was like,
that's where it kicked off.
Holy glory. Yeah, so I was laying on top of the bed, with like face down. And I started hallucinating that I was dying. Yeah. Of doing drugs. That's what I think it was. Yeah. And like, I could see it was totally good. Like it was like, my friends were around me at first while I was lying there. They were dead, dying on the ground. Like I saw Beezer. Whoa. What the fuck, dude? Oh, this is fucked up, dude. And I was like, and then I would die. I would leave and I would go to heaven or something. Yeah. Where Phil was for some reason. My dad was there. Yeah. It was like that. And then I was shot back to dying. With like EMTs like shining lights into my eyes, like, Jay, are you there? Like trying to resuscitate me. You fucking suck ass.
How long was that for?
I have no idea.
I don't know if big plan even applies.
I swear to God, I have no idea, but it felt like forever. Like it was all done.
You lived out a potential, like, deviation in your potential. You have an infinite amount of timelines. This is one of them.
Yeah, it was a sad time.
You're the ghost of fentanyl past.
I did the ghost of cocaine future, dude. And I've done with drugs for a long time.
Damn.
I was offered drugs last night. I said, get that junk out of here, dude.
Damn.
I said, I've been there, done that. No.
I've died and come back.
I have died. I'm the third day at Rose.
Whoa,
yeah.
Dude. This is so, dude. That's fucking awesome.
It was terrible.
I can't wait to see the I'm gonna get robbed. I'm doing 5 grams total sales. I have to. I'm gonna pay. I'm gonna pay this one.
You're gonna enjoy it. You're gonna enjoy it. It's gonna be good. If it's anything like that, it's gonna suck.
We'll be difficult. Yeah, but I think that's
I was never prepared at all. I was on Molly. Shit, dude, everything's the best. I'm on all you guys so far. I didn't just like a fucking switch. It's like, you were off. What? That's great. But this made me laugh. Like, even when I was like in the darkest realm of this shit, like, when I couldn't see, like anything I looked at was just squiggles and shit. Every once in a while, I would talk to this stuff. Like this real mindset thing. Something deep inside me like cries out. Like, that's so good. It still is. I was like, that's okay. It's fucking crazy.
damn.
Yeah. Then I passed away, came back, woke up to everyone leaving. It was raining.
Oh yeah. Oh god, yeah.
It was the saddest.
It was the worst day.
It was the saddest.
It was like a gloomy, cold rain.
Dead trees because we're still in the mountains.
Cleaning up shit.
Everyone cleaning, just laying there. It was one thing that was funny. I looked at Billy because Billy was like, "Holy shit, dude, how shit." I was like, "It's what I call it." Like waking up from hallucinating and dying, and be like, "Hell yeah, that ruled." Sick party.
That was White Claw Billy too.
That was White Claw Billy. That was so fun.
White Claw Billy was.
White Claw Billy rules. Dude.
So
he needs to start drinking often.
Dude,
he's the best.
It's so fun.
And then
he becomes so aggro in a way that's so funny too.
It's great.
It's too funny.
It was
him at a wedding is funny. The only time he drinks at a wedding.
Can't wait.
Dude, it's so funny. He just picks on. He finds like one person and just absolutely devastates them the entire night. It's so funny. So funny. He had Austin the Crosshair. Funniest
You
shit.
made Hollis turn his hat back around,
Dude.
Twice.
Well, Hollis fucking picked on weed tincture. So he was picked on.
That's what I was making fun of. Because before I picked on the mushrooms, I was making fun of him. I was like, he picked out on the pictures. An hour later, I was like, oh, I picked out.
And Billy would see him and just be like, "That's not the one, dude. That's the
yeah.
He owned him at one point. It was like full MK Ultra. He owned him. Mind, body, and soul.
Told him to turn his head around. He did it.
He did it 2 times. And he would just go, "That's fucking D3 bullshit, dude."
Yeah.
Turning around, he'd be like, "Dude," and he'd wait like 10 minutes, be like, "Yo, we're boys, right?" Every single time, "Yo, we're fucking boys, right?" And he'd like, "Stop, go away from me." And he'd be like, "Yo, I'm just gonna tell you this straight up, dude. You're a hard guy. I'm gonna take back around." It was just fucking funny, dude. And he would be like, "Fucking really fucking stop, dude." It's so fun.
Trap upstairs.
15 minutes prior.
And then he came down and was like, I don't want to do this, I'm not down That was just the nice stuff.
So I'm going to edit a photo from the Hollis man.
What? For this?
No, he's going to be fine. But it was fun. Genuinely was upstairs telling me, unsolicited, that his mind is an absolute still trap.
Yeah.
And I was like, so I was upstairs trying to figure out how I'm going to broil this burger on the stove, dude.
Oh my god. That was one of my final memories. That was still nice. I walked up